still
Rock
with
and roll! Omnidog! Hey, Omnicat!
Now here's the Omnidog and Omnicat show. It's the place to sit if you'd like to know more about the books that they've read. Kristen likes Lumber James and Steven. Jess likes some bro Jimmy Olsen. And you're in luck, because they're ahead.
Omnicat! Omnidog!
Hello and welcome to the Omnicat Dog Show. No, the Omni. What's her name? The Omnidog.
Cat Dog. Cat Dog, yeah.
Yeah, Omnicat Dog. Welcome to Omnicat Dog. I am Omnidog and joined as usual on a Saturday afternoon by my beloved Omnicat. What up, Omnicat?
Hello. Good to be here.
And the chat's already bouncing, and the spy from the house of very fine condition thinks he's going to get banned today. Why is that? Timeout or banned?
Probably because he's going to spy.
Well, we know he spies. Yeah, see, a roguish type even knows. We already know that. But who was first? Oh, Marcelo from Mexico.
Oh.
Graphic no avail. Okay. What? That looks like Majora's Mask you're getting ready to put on.
Yeah. It's cool.
That is cool. For personal reasons, we had to push it to 15 extra minutes, but we will blame very fine condition for it.
I'm good with that.
Remsco, what up? Josh, I already talked to you. James, yeah. YP, how's it going? Mr. Tex, what up? Okay, yeah, that's why you're getting banned. Okay, yeah, you can. Somebody can put him in timeout already. Yeah, you're waiting. Nerd calling other nerds. Oh, Bunkmaster B. What up, Bunkmaster? With a new avatar. Looks fancy.
Nice.
Bunkmaster. And now they're talking to each other in some strange language with lots of odd. Oh, okay. Rodimus Prime Rib. Hell yeah, I love the intro. Yeah. Guzzbuzz. Haven't talked to you in a while. I think we need to do a crime corner here soon, Guzz. It's been a long time. Omnidad checking in.
I know that guy.
Yeah. Buenas tardes a todos. Hello
Mary.
to all of my favorite people. Mary M. There's the unstoppable bar. Uh-oh. Now she's controversial.
Avatar's changed.
It has. It's a Punchhead or whatever her name is. Just so you know, I'm no longer a Harley Quinn fan. I'm a Punchline fan now. Boy, it doesn't take much to shake your affections, does it?
It's quite a statement, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow. Just like that. Okay, you have to live with your choices. Paz y amor para todos. How am I doing with my Espanol there, Rodimus Prime Rib, as the leading Hispanic in the comic book community? The Geek Easy, what a good name. Bunkmaster also has a YouTube channel, and James is highlighting it. I'm fine with it. It leaves more Harley for me. A tweet? Okay, good. That was easy. What? Got ettermiddag till der Begge. I think he said something about cats there. Oh, don't even ask her that question. I don't. Okay, James, time out for bar. Out. Go take 5 minutes and think about what you've said and then you can come back and join the chat. That is just not acceptable. Anyone read Ed Brubaker? Whoop. Anyone read Ed Brubaker? Yeah.
I feel like everyone does.
Just keep forgetting the current date. Oh, it's April Fools. Is my favorite Israeli lesbian is celebrating April Fools? I didn't even know. Wow. It took a guy from the Netherlands to remind me that it's April Fools. I just thought it was April 1st. That's funny. That's actually a good one. Way to go. I mean, that's a commit to the bit because she even put punchline in her avatar as long as this is an April Fool's joke. What if it's not an April Fool's joke? What's that supposed to mean? I don't remember what I said. I know, but I was forced to because of that free the hostages thing that was up here. Yeah. Tilar Blunt made me say that. Okay. I totally fell for it. That was commitment to the bit with punchline in your avatar. And I don't even know you that well. So I just said, oh, okay. She's flipping for punchline. No, that is amazing. Good for you, Bar. Just in time to not get timed out. Wow. Yeah, that's good. Guys from the Netherlands can keep track of dates while not wearing shoes indoors. Oh, you don't have to count on your toes too? Or is that so you can count on your toes? It's a real gift. I just didn't know April Fool's was a thing. Apparently, April Fool's is a thing worldwide, at least in Israel and the Netherlands. I thought that was that it might be my American exceptionalism, but I thought that was an American thing. I didn't know Europe and other civilized countries did. I didn't know other cereal. I didn't know other cereal companies did April Fools. Okay, good. Well, fine. You got me. You got me good. Okay, so have you seen this, Kristen? This is a birthday present I got.
No. Oh, wow.
Let me highlight this. It's actually a Christmas present that I got.
Make the face.
Patty gave it to me for Christmas, but I only recently did it and did the face scan and got it sent to me. I think it came last week, and I really want to put it on Instagram, but I keep forgetting because I want to play like I Am Iron Man or something and make a reel of it. And then I think, I don't want to make a reel. There's all this stuff involved in it. So I end up doing nothing.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, so I do nothing. She's like 85% of my personality. Yeah, right? It's a world holiday that we... Whoa! I'm not even going to try and say your name. You are now Mr. Koka. Mr. Koka. Because I don't... There's... Erdel... Okay, I will try. Erdeli. Erdel. Well, there's an accent over the second E. Erdeli. Okay, here's Remsko with a historical fact. The date backs to 1582 when France switched from the Julian character to the Gregorian calendar. Googled that. Okay, so we have France to blame for it. I blame France. So how are you, Comic Slayer?
I'm good. The Midwest was hit with tornadoes yesterday.
I saw something about that.
Yeah,
And?
so we have a lot of like crazy wind right now, and we were under warning last night. So we hung out in the bathroom for like an hour, but thankfully all is good here. We did have a warning, so I guess there was a tornado like
Ugh,
near us, but
that's
yeah,
scary.
yeah, it's all good now, thankfully.
That's
Lo-
way scary.
Yeah, I know a lot of other surrounding states did not do as well, so it's a
I
bummer.
didn't actually have time to, because I was reading something from
Mhm.
today's show. I didn't get a chance to read the paper. Um, what what other states got hit?
Iowa, Illinois, Tennessee, Mississippi, pretty much like the whole Midwest through the South kind of
Mm.
was hit at once. But there were like huge, massive tornadoes. There were tornado emergencies issued, which I didn't know what that was until last night. So apparently, tornado warnings, we all hear about watches and warnings, but emergencies are like very rare, and there were a ton of them issued, which is terrible. Which means like the tornado is like bigger than an average tornado,
Oh,
and it's deadly and immediate and bad. So
holy
there were like a lot of
shit!
huge ones. There's crazy videos out there from
Oh,
like Iowa, especially. Got like some huge ones.
see, since I grew up in California, I feel like I can deal with earthquakes a lot better than I can deal with tornadoes. I've only been under tornado warning a couple times, and that was scary enough. Like the
Yeah.
sky was yellow, and we were thinking, "Oh, what's happening?" Oh, speaking of earthquakes, the 4.2.
Mhm.
I sleep through that. That's nothing.
Yeah, James is
Um,
mentioning a tornado took out a small part of Sullivan, Indiana. Yeah, there were Indiana parts that were hit as
Jeepers. See,
well,
yeah, I don't.
which is right by me. So
That's why I'm more scared um, of tornadoes than I am earthquakes, because I've been through tons of earthquakes. Yeah, they're once you get used to them. I mean, unless they're like really big ones, like 1989 and stuff. That's and then but the smaller ones, like anything under 5, is like. I sat in a coffee shop here in 2009, I feel it was, and we had like a 5.5 for this area, which is way rare. And I just sat, everybody else in the coffee shop got out and left, and I just sat there with my coffee and said, "What? Where are you guys going? What's the big deal?" Let's see. Where are you from? They're asking.
oh,
Unstoppable's
I
asking.
am in the U.S. in Kentucky.
Yeah. This is a question for you.
Do they not take bathrooms? Well, you're supposed to, if you have a basement or like a storm shelter cellar, you're supposed to go underground. Well, we have a slab house. We don't have a basement. So they say go to the lowest, most interior room with no windows. And that happens to be our bathroom. So, and usually it does become a bathroom because it's usually boxed in by other rooms and walls. So the walls that aren't on the outside of your house, you're supposed to get to the middle of your house just in case the tornado rips through and like stuff happens. So
Oh my God, I can't wait to change the subject. I'm freaking out, and it didn't even happen to me. 2 inches of snow is enough to stop the country. I couldn't imagine living with earthquakes and tornadoes. 2 inches of snow is enough to stop this area, that's for sure. Bunkmaster. Oh, Bunkmaster's in Cleveland. I'm not sure I was aware of that. But my wife and I got woken up at like 2 a.m. with the most intense wind I've ever heard. Thankfully, no damage.
that's what we have right now. Like my house is nonstop creaking today. It's so windy
It's
outside.
just whipping through.
Yeah.
Ooh. Omni Saturdays. Let's go. I'm not from Kentucky. It's a popular state, though, apparently, for comic YouTubers.
Apparently, I'm from Indiana, if that matters. I just live here now.
Well, you're like, where? How far is Indiana from you in Kentucky?
It's across the river. Yeah. So like
And that's
5 minutes.
Yeah, and that's where your
Yeah.
parents are. They're in Indiana, right?
Yeah. hmm
Yeah.
Yeah. They're about 15-ish minutes from me. Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's talking to Unstoppable Bar in there. Here's a good question. Oh, have you read this?
I have it, but I have not read it. I haven't gotten around to it yet. So
Same.
um
That's a good one for us to do.
yeah, I'd like to revisit Descender and then read through it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll have to completely reread Descender. Um,
I'll add that to our list.
okay. Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got it right now.
Because we're both Lemire heads as opposed to lemon heads. From Ohio, I remember doing tornado drills in elementary school. Never. Well, good thing you never got one. 14 minutes, Kristen. Larry's correcting you.
Okay.
But
All right.
I don't think he meant to correct you. Have y'all ever hung out in real life? No, but we want to. I
No.
think Heroes Con is where we think we could meet up.
We'll have to sometime.
Yeah. When is Heroes Con? Are you
It's
going
in
this
June.
year? Oh, it's
Yes.
in June?
Yep.
Hmm.
I'll be there.
I couldn't do it last year because we were starting to pack up. And I was afraid of crowds because of what's the name of that thing that shut down the world? COVID. COVID. I was afraid of
Yeah.
COVID.
Understandable.
Yeah, we're talking weather right now. What's there to do in Kentucky? What isn't there to do in Kentucky?
There's more than you think. There's more than you think.
Well, yeah, then I could visit you a lot easier than in. I mean,
Yeah, and we could hang out. So
yeah, you
do
could.
it.
Sender is great. Okay, you've convinced us. We need to do a show about Ascender and Descender. No, I'm not going to highlight that one. You'll be a guest at Heroes. Why are you a guest? What have you done to deserve to be a guest?
How rude. Josh, we'll have to say hey because Reed is also going to be tabling at Heroes. So for sure,
Well,
you guys should meet up for sure.
He's a published comic writer. What's great about Josh besides his name? Come on, Josh. What is this about? Omnibros Costco Con. Yeah. Lou has been there's this peanut butter pie at Costco. So we're going to switch from weather to peanut butter pie at Costco. It is this enormous chocolate peanut butter pie. And even in the old house, there's no way I could hide something like that. It's like this big and it has to be refrigerated. So I can't hide. I mean, I can hide candy, but I can't hide a pie. So fingers crossed, they're still offering it when Patty goes away for 2 weeks. And then I'm going to go to Costco because Lou's just been showing it like in Omnibros and just eating this chocolate delight, which he said is so awesome. I really want it. Just it'd be awesome to see you at Heroes Con. I'm going to meet Omnicat in person for the
We're hanging out. It's gonna be awesome.
Wow. Now I have a question. Will you or will you not mask up?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
Because I'm finding I'm getting a little more relaxed. I still go into Safeway with my mask. But in the doctor's office yesterday, it was mask optional. Depends on the doctor. Like pain doctor, people are just in pain when they show up. But regular doctor, everybody's sick when they come in. So I'm like triple masking.
It certainly depends on the area too, because some areas are like in the red, some are not, some are medium, some are lower.
Oh, so is there like a COVID? Can you Google where is that? It's in
I'm sure you can.
North Carolina, right?
Yeah, Charlotte,
North Carolina. So right before you go, you could Google Charlotte, North Carolina, and see what the COVID exposure level is.
Yeah, I mean, you could just figure out because I know, I work at a healthcare facility system. And every day at work, we get an update in the morning as far as our local counties where we have clinics and stuff and what the rate is because our masking policy depends on that.
Oh.
So like where I'm at, we're currently in a red required area. So we still have to mask up at work.
Oh, it's red there. I wonder
it's red there.
Here.
Yeah. So like the levels change per day though. And they issue that out at least. With my work.
That sounds like a good thing to know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start doing that.
So our masking policy changes like day by day.
This is true. Kentucky's known for bourbon and barbecue.
It's true. Very true.
Very Fine Condition has some of the most mind-bending stories from when he worked at a distillery that can't even be told on his channel after dark, I don't think. I wonder if he told them on the Omnibus Patreon. They were unbelievable when he was a teenager. Josh has his own comic, Bang the Ballad of the Tiger.
Yeah,
Bang
you didn't
the Ballad-
know?
No, I don't know.
So
Josh
romantic.
is a what? You're a comic artist? I thought you were just a spy, a dirty, rotten, very fine condition spy. I didn't know you were an actual comic artist.
I thought you were just joking around.
No, I don't have any idea.
You
No,
don't
I
know.
don't. Did you draw your avatar? Who is this? Who is your avatar? I actually feel like that's your face, so that's how I think of you. Wow, that's pretty cool. They do. I don't know if they give out a lot of samples of food, but I don't know that they give out samples of sweets. You'd think I'd know that. You're lovable. Okay. Josh Greathouse to the cover. Oh, you've been a artist for a long time. So you knew this, Kristen?
Yeah.
You recognize his name and said, "Oh, that I know that guy as an artist."
Well, I mean, he's popped up on other like on other shows, like the last Mary show we did, and Fangirls, and he's talked about his webtoon comic, and I'm like, we're gonna read that, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, see, I love not to know things. It's better if I just am ignorant. Buy one Justin, send me half via next day mail. That was Patty. Won't you yell at me? If you pay for the mail, I will send you the other half because it's a 5-pound pie. That is a lot of pie, even for Omnidog. All my docs are masked up. Yeah,
Same, yeah.
It's
That hasn't changed for me.
Wait, yeah, it was optional yesterday, although it may have changed because when I made my appointment a week earlier, they said it's mask only or not optional, mask intensive, mask. What's the word? Mask. But mask
Encouraged?
Mask demanded.
Required?
What was it?
Required?
Required.
Okay. I was like, what?
Me am college graduate and cannot think of the word required. Yeah, Texas, sure. I get that. I'm starting to during the flu season, like November, October through February, I'm always going to mask. I love not having been sick for the past 3 years. People giving me their icky cold and flu germs.
It's certainly been helpful, for sure.
Yeah. Heroes is my favorite show. So many amazing comic artists.
So true. It's great.
I need to write this down. Lars is from Norway. I always say like Finland, Iceland, Sweden. I name them all except Norway. Lars is from Sweden. Okay. Got it. Hello, Axel. Mask policies changing per COVID level sounds crazy too. If it's an at-risk population like a hospital, it shouldn't wait till the country's in the red and then the horses left the barn.
Well, if he's commenting on what I said, I mean, our hospital has not changed. They just send out those like levels, and we have like certain clinics in like smaller cities and stuff, and those are different, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never not had a mask at our hospital since
Same
I've worked
here.
there.
I was just at the hospital. Well, it was October when I was at the hospital last. That's a pretty long time for me between hospital visits because usually I'm at the ER like every 2 months, just because I like the attention, I guess. Okay. Graphic no avail. I'm currently trying to convince my boyfriend to come with me to a con. Jeff Lemire will be there. What? No, wait.
You better go.
Did Graphic no avail say they were from England, or did they say? I feel like somebody.
I know Lemire announced he was going to do like one US con coming up at some point, so I don't know.
Graphic, where's the con that you're thinking of? Oh, that is you. Also, I sent you that image of the Adams family I painted. I thought you were kidding. I didn't know you were a real artist. You always talk so much shit that I just didn't think. I don't know. For some reason, I thought you were messing with me. Okay. Okay. Marvel Babs here from the UK. Yeah, I'm not opposed to wearing masks. You know, pretty much. But I don't know if I want to do. I don't know if I want to do it at a con because I get really hot with my masks and it's usually short term. I don't even know if I have the energy for a con right now. Omnidog, Shazam time. Good day, Cage. Jess, you should read Josh's comic. He's going to have a character named after me. Me? Oh no, you. Unstoppable Bar. Yeah, same. Mandatory. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Oh, sorry, William Lee. Yeah, well, we haven't said anything except weather, COVID, and Costco pies.
Yeah.
We are going to cover our topic because I have, and I believe Kristen has read our books.
Mm-hmm.
How far behind am I? Good morning. How far behind am I? 3:38. Oh, I'm practically on time for me. Nobody wears masks anymore over here. Natural Bridge says, do you think I should wait until Tomasi's GLC comes out before I start reading Jeff Johns? Yes, because I heard yesterday that DC is now putting in the missing issues from the GLC. It will be a better experience for you, in my humble opinion, because that's what I did. But it was a while ago, and because I have such a bad memory, I'll have to just reread the whole thing again. But it was much better. I feel like I did it in 2017 or 18 when I had my GLCs custom bound. You do have to have the two books open, but it's not constant back and forth. You read John's run for a while, and then you read Tomasi's Green Lantern Corps, and it just fills it out and makes it a much richer experience. So I would say you should wait.
You know, that kind of brings me to something that I want to announce, if I may.
You may.
I recently read some books starring a superhero you may have heard of.
Uh-oh.
Called Superman.
You read a book about Superman?
I read some comics, some Superman comics.
What?
Starring Superman. That's right. And I have to say, I have a newfound love for him. I think I love Superman.
How was I not kept apprised of this?
I just wanted to, surprise you on the show with it so we could talk about it,
I'm gobsmacked. What the what? You have a new... There's so much to unpack here, unpeel. And what books did you read?
Yeah.
What?
Well, a lot of people have recommended many Superman specifically titles, Superman All Seasons, All-Star Superman.
Mm-hmm.
What's that one by Wade? I can't think of the name of.
Birthright.
Yeah, Birthright. Those are the three.
Those are the three you read?
Those are the three I read.
Oh, three of the best.
A trifecta of the best.
Oh, this might be the happiest non-wife and child related day in my life.
Glad I could bring you that joy. Yeah, I guess everybody was right all along.
Well, he's certainly being written more interestingly over the course of the years than he was maybe earlier. I don't think like 1975 through 1985 was a particularly good time for any superhero comics. But I'm actually kind of at a loss for words here. I didn't think this day would ever happen.
I know, I didn't either.
Even though I was almost pleading with you to read certain books, I accepted my fate that you were not going to read it. Who
Right?
was it that got you to read these books?
I've had encouragement from various friends throughout this, including yourself. And I was like, you know what? I should give this guy a shot. I should just really jump in, And I found myself reading these books and I was like, wow, I don't think he's costume stupid at all. I thought it was. But as I was reading, I was like, wow, this cape, underwear, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Underwear. Holy guacamole. I am so happy, super excited, and just my spirits have been lifted even higher.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Well, especially with Birthright. That is one of my all-time. Oh, they're in the other room. My oversized hardcovers or my whatever they are. But yeah, oh my gosh, Birthright. I've always felt like that would have made just a great some executive should have just picked it up and took it to Warner Brothers and said, make this book the movie for Superman. I thought Birthright was so awesome. And then All-Star Superman, besides how well it's written, the way Frank quietly draws Clark as a bumbling oaf and really ups the ante of him being this oafish farm boy and, slouched over. He's just this big dork. And then it's like, who's ever going to think of him as Superman when he's this bumbling doofus? And so I thought that was great. The art in particular, well, I mean, it's a great story, but the way Frank quietly drew the bumbling oaf of Clark Kent, I thought was brilliant. And I haven't read For All Seasons recently enough to comment on it, other than the fact it's still in my library and I recall loving it. Is that Superman For All Seasons? Is that by Jeff Loeb?
Is that right? I think that's right.
I don't know. It's not in front of me.
Yeah.
Is there at what point what was the turning point for you? Was it in a particular book or just overall afterwards you were like, this guy's not that bad?
Yeah, it was just kind of during it. I was like, because I've read Super Sons. I loved Super Sons.
Oh, yeah.
But I wouldn't call that a Superman book, right?
No. Yeah.
But I was like, and I loved Superman Smashes the Klan. That is true. That's a fact. But I also wouldn't consider that a Superman book.
True.
So I was like, maybe I need to give it a real shot.
Wow. Good true graphic novel fan. I know I'm way behind now because I'm just not even.
You are way behind. I've been reading the modern chat, the current. Okay, you're so behind.
Oh my God, is this a fucking April Fool's joke? God damn it. Fuck. Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, bye. Oh my God. I must be like the most prankable guy. Why? How could you do that to me?
Okay,
we're friends.
I have to credit and blame Mary because she messaged me and said, you should tell Jess you found a newfound love for Superman. And I was like, you're right.
Fools. I hate April Fools. Oh my God.
What's great is I didn't even realize it was April Fools until the bar thing happened. And then I was like, oh, it is. And then I never would have thought about this. But again, I'm going to blame Mary.
Oh my God. I just had a huge couple of April Fool's jokes pulled on me. live on air, embarrassing me in front of my whole audience, including Kristen.
I had to come down because I thought something really bad happened. I
It
heard him
did.
yelling all the way up through the floor.
Kristen's lost my trust.
Oh, Kristen, you evil woman.
That's messed up. That's messed up. I didn't do anything that bad. Come on.
Did
Come
you
on.
hear my reaction? I was like speechless and on a cloud. Yeah, Bunkmaster's got it right here. I was so genuinely happy.
Listen, maybe one day. Maybe I'll read them one day.
Oh, I don't care.
You don't care.
No,
don't
F
care.
you. What?
All right. Okay. I thought you wouldn't buy it. I thought there was like no way it just happened at the bar. It's not.
I am like okay, wait, I'm changing my name to the Gullible Omnidog. Edit name and headline. Okay. Gullible, the Gullible. And my handle will be has affections toyed with. Live on air. Has affections toyed with.
I'm sorry. I thought no one would believe it. There was no way. No one's going to believe this.
Well, F Heroes Con. That's
to
a
be
prank,
fair,
too.
none of
I'm
the
not
chat
going.
believed it. To be fair.
What?
To be fair, none of the chat believed it.
What is going? Well, I must have been where. Oh yeah, Mary M. F you too. We only joke with those we care most, though. But I don't even know Bar, and she already got me. And I thought I knew Kristen.
Right. I thought you knew me too. That I would never.
I love that the chat was in on it, laughing, and now they feel bad.
I don't think it's one of Jess's dreams for me to love Superman, though. You never cared.
But
You've never cared.
now upper management is involved. This just got serious. Upper management's in the room, and yeah.
I'm protecting my man.
You've never once cared. Every time I'm like, yeah, I don't care for him. You're like, fine.
But yeah, that's what I'm not going to explain myself. You saw how happy I was.
Well, I'm very sorry.
Well, it was a good prank, so I can't. I mean, but I'm not trusting anything anybody says any longer.
That's fair.
Just had to be careful. Yeah, just want to see the comments for around 30 minutes. Oh. That's true. Can't Mr. Tex. Wait. Oh, Jessica. Even she knew.
I'm sorry, Jessica. Yeah, because Jessica loves Superman too.
No, just one woman. Oh, well, two women. Mary M came up with it.
I mean, all I did was say I like Superman. Actually, I said love. And someone even mentioned, they were like, she said love. He should have known.
Oh. Oh, your dad knows you well.
Yeah, he knows.
Whoa, thank you, Brian. This is what I need. Uncle Omnidog. I love Uncle Omnidog. James totally in on it. No, yeah, they are. Yeah, April Fools. No, they are adding the missing issues to Green Lantern Corps. The issues 4 through 6 that for some reason they left out. Holy smoke! Oh, there's a little there's a spider on my screen. Tyler would have gone crazy.
No.
Yes, this was a birthday present from my good friend. I'll show you. I'm kind of a big deal.
Nice.
She got it at a Cracker Barrel, which is great for t-shirts apparently. And she and I saw the movie with our spouses whenever Anchorman came out. And that was probably the last time I went to a movie in public. It wasn't an Alamo because it was packed. Crying baby, people on their phones all over the place. I thought the movie was great. I started laughing from almost the minute it started till it ended. It's still one of my favorite movies. But that's why I only go to the Alamo now. because they don't tolerate any kind of baby crying, phone reading, Superman reading nonsense. You're bringing in your Superman books. Let's see. Masked up. Okay, people masked up. Josh is making a comment with just the villain and Bar is your sidekick. I like it already. Very fine condition is the protagonist of the story. He's got to put out the propaganda as a spy. I'll read that comic.
I'd read that.
Wait, who did I convert? No. See, you fell for it too, Axel. James, right on top of it. He knew the whole time.
So you should have just came back with, I read Squirrel Girl and I loved it.
I'm not like that. Well, I can. Yeah, apparently. I'm not. Yeah. Canada gets some graphic novels early because I already got my copy of Batman Failsafe by Zdarsky. Yeah, see, this is where I was going to go next. I was going to start saying, these are the other Superman books you need to know.
Hey, I still have my list. One day.
Your list.
One day.
F your list. Oh my gosh. This day isn't happening. Yes. Let's see. Hey, Jess, have you ever read Lucky Luke by Morris? Seems like something you would be into. I feel like I've heard that name, Lucky Luke. Is that a Euro comic? I feel like that.
Isn't there like a horse involved? Am I wrong? I feel like there's a horse involved.
Lucky Luke. I saw Cool Hand Luke, but I've never. Here's official Scott Stapp. Hello, my friends. Hello, my friend. He got me this name. I didn't even know who Scott Stapp really was. And right before an Omnibros show, I Googled who he was, and that is some horrifying story. Do you know who Scott Stapp is?
Creed singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And I didn't know his story. It's crazy. Like ongoing craziness. A Xanax bowling. Yeah, bolus. Yeah.
Listen, I didn't think it would go on so long. And then I was watching the chat knowing that it was happening. And I was like, okay, Jess needs to just get to the chat and then we can stop this.
That would have been another half hour of my misery. Holy smoke. I'm glad I went to the end. And I agree, Jessica. This is a personal attack.
I'm sorry, Jessica.
All of us Jesses. Clip and give us. Oh my gosh. You know, something that is true in all this trickery, she's never read a Superman book she hasn't liked. Well, I guess.
You know what?
Now,
that's fair. That's true.
William Lee likes the fact that I was embarrassed live. Okay, good. My mom is watching the video with me, and she says she likes you, Comic Slayer. Oh, does she like her now still? Now that she messed with Uncle Omnidog?
Thanks, Brian's mom.
Brian's mom.
No, so now people are saying I have to read them. I'm not against that. I think it could be fun. Maybe our ultimate show is you reading Squirrel Girl and me reading some Superman book you want me to.
First of all, Squirrel Girl's 1,600 pages, so you would have to actually read. You'd have to read like 5 Superman books.
All right.
Oh my gosh, I think it was Birthright that got me because I knew you just said all seasons and it's for all seasons, but I was like, okay.
I was like, I don't remember the name of it. I was just in my head. I was like, I don't know. That one was seasons. And then everybody's like, she didn't even know the name of one of them she read. I was like, yeah, the Mark Wade one. What's it called?
Well, I was just like, I was feeding into the lie. I would read Squirrel Girl if you would read a few Superman books.
I would read Superman for you, especially after that prank. Absolutely. I would absolutely do it.
Personal happiness.
Maybe it'll maybe it'll come true. You don't know. Maybe I'll read Birthright and I'll be like,
Who's work
wow,
by again?
Mark Wade.
You Superman expert, you. Are you sure? I think you're both great, and that's no April Fool's joke. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
031484.
That's very nice, Michael. Appreciate it.
Also, Superman is great. Thank you.
I've heard this.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on the air and say, yeah, Red Squirrel, happy week after prank day. Yeah, Brainiac is great. Lucky Luke is great comics. The cowboy that shoots faster than a shadow. Oh, it's a Western.
I was going to say, I know there's a horse involved.
Is that an April Fool's joke? Like you didn't even know?
Oh, no, I remember like the cover of it because I always thought the cover looked cool.
Jesse didn't leave the house for 2 years as I'm immunosuppressed also because of my pain. And I've just started not to wear masks as long as, like Omnicat said, the levels are down. Okay. I'm not as immunosuppressed as you are. I mean, I'm sure I'm just kind of, because of my pain, they sort of slot me in as immunosuppressed. I'm sure you're seriously immunosuppressed. So it's good to see that you're feeling comfortable going out now. A lot of Lucky Luke books are written by the same writer as Asterix. Oh, Gascone or somebody. Well, you should read about that poor guy's biography. He's put himself through a lot, but he's also got mental illness. Rahul, I finally made it to a live Omnidog stream. Hey guys. Yeah, it was Omnidog just for a while when I booted her off the air. Scott Stapp is on tour now. Lucky Luke is a Belgian Western comic, sort of in the same tone as Asterix, fun and light, and there is a talking horse involved.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
I knew the horse had something to do with it.
I totally want to read Lucky Luke now. Please don't tell me there's like 14 volumes of it. Is it like just one book? Hopefully. That's a good point. I'll wait till Monday.
Yeah, you can, but I would never do that. I would never promise that and not do it.
Here's my buddy, Super Laugh Hard. How are you doing? Oh my gosh. It's a whole series of Lucky Luke. No, come on. Seriously? Are you pranking me? Because I'm totally gullible today. It could be like One Piece for all I know. I will show my first book, and I loved it, that Kristen picked for me, and that was Dark Ages by Tom Taylor. This is amazing and proves that I don't think Tom Taylor can write a bad book. I don't think he's capable of it. The art is great. We'll just deal with the art right now. The art is wonderful. So as far as I know, this is only in one trade and not like an oversized hardcover or something, but it certainly could be. And the premise is that, okay, how do I do this without I don't want to spoil it. There's something that happens that causes the Earth to go without power, like the entire Earth in the Marvel universe. Basically, an EMP is set off by Doctor Strange to protect them from something. So the power goes off, and then a chunk of the book is spent how the superheroes adapt to the world without power, and how the how the world adapts and how the superheroes adapt. And you'd like this, Kristen, because X-23 is in it, and she's a super badass. They set up Spider-Man sets up all kinds of webs because there's like werewolves and stuff in this. Wait, I forget how. Oh yeah, it's the Marvel Universe. There's werewolves in it. And when they attack, they trip off all these webs set up, and X-23 and her band of heroes dip their snicked things into silver so they can kill the werewolves. So that's the first part of the book, is how they deal with the world without power. And then the only thing I'm going to say, because then the next half of the book deals with the fact that Apocalypse decides to show up and take advantage of Earth without power and the dormant thingy that is the Doctor Strange created the EMP for to save the world. It's the thingy is dormant in the center of the Earth, and Apocalypse wants to come and wait. Does this give it away? Nah, I think this is out of context. Apocalypse gets a gang of bad guys together to come and take over the Earth for his own means, and it's how the heroes band together. But since it's a Tom Taylor book, it's got several layers involved. It's got lots of great human moments. It's full of human moments, which is, I think, what Tom Taylor's really, really good at, is making superheroes, bringing out the human moments in the superheroes. It's just not punching and thwacking and slicing up, but he brings it down to really relatable human moments. And this book is A+, 5 stars, 10 stars, almost as good as a Superman book.
Wow. And that's high praise.
Yeah, any Superman book. No, it's fantastic. It's book of the year for me. Well, it is one of the books of the year for me right now. I don't think I might have rated it already on Goodreads. But I tend not to want to do that in case we have to, in case somebody already sees, like, before the show.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's how popular I think I am. People are going to go to my Goodreads and say, "Oh, what does he think about this?"
Someone's probably doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's werewolves and man-wolf in the Marvel Universe, right? We're back to there are 22. Are you guys messing? I don't even know if you're messing with me. Oh, okay. Oh, you got to go? All right. Well, thanks for joining, Sonny. I have no idea if this is right. I mean, he could be totally messing with me. Graphic No Avail. I think you would really dig it. This is everything you want in a comic book. Everything. And it's just a, thin trade. I would totally upgrade it because the art is really, really good in this whole thing. Does this give away anything? No. The art is way good in the whole thing, and I'd buy it in oversized hardcover in 2 seconds.
I'm adding that to my list. Sounds really good.
I think you'd dig it. I know your dad's missing out because it's in trade paperback. Larry, you would love it. Love. And I'm not messing with anybody today, so I'm telling the truth. Interweb says there are 22. No, really, no, I don't believe you. You want the ones written by Groschini and drawn by Morris. The other ones are good too, but not as good. There are 22. Well, I'll get one and see how it goes. Whoa. How many Lucky Lukes are in print? Are any of these out of print? This is another thing that happens. People recommend these books, and then they're out of print. So do the work right now. Find out how many are in print and out of print. So and then get back to me. I stopped buying Lucky Luke after I'm 67. I still buy Spirou since it's still published in Norwegian, and that series is in its 90s. No, I have that in big giant treasury edition, and I've been meaning to get to it. Did you dig it, Roguish Type? I think I had heard that it was really good. Famous artist Josh Greathouse says there are some new Lucky Lucks that are amazing. Been going since the 60s. Is Goodreads members only? I don't know.
You can access like just your account, for instance, if you have your public settings on. People can go and just like look at your stuff. Mine's in private, so you have to friend me. But I would recommend getting Goodreads, even if you just follow people.
I don't even know. I don't even know if mine's on public or private.
I think you can set that privacy setting.
My books. Wait, I would go to home.
Probably somewhere in the settings.
Settings.
You may want to do it later. I don't know.
Then settings. Let's see what it says. You are currently signed in. Oh, that's good. Thank you for having me go to settings.
It's a garbage app, so it's probably not as easy as it should be.
I'll check and see and make it public. I feel like I am public. I don't know enough to make it private. Dude, stop. Although you were coming to my defense as to the cruel trick. Yeah, Michael, you dig it. Is that a goiter? Dark Ages sounds great. Yes, Rising. It is a one and done. Sure, there are a lot of Lucky Luke albums, but there are more or less self-contained stories, so you can pick up any of them and still enjoy it. Cinebook has been reprinting them. You should be able to get most of them. Amazon has Lucky Luke in print in about 48 pages each. That reminds me, don't forget to... wrong thing. Don't forget to go to Organic Price Books and use code Omnidog for $2 off your order. And the big savings is 5% off when you ship 3 or more books together. Omnidog, ship it together. I don't think so anymore. I'm going to change that to she's mean.
Am I, though? It's all in good fun. I said I would read a Superman book for you to make up for it. I didn't mean to crush your soul. I didn't think that would happen. I do apologize for that. I feel very bad for that.
Everybody, now you see how dangerous April Fools can really be.
It's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Bar should have never reminded me it even was, because I had no idea.
Okay, good. Let's blame Bar.
That's Bar's fault.
I found out what Laura figure my parents got me. It's Diamond Select Toys Marvel Gallery X23 Wolverine PVC Gallery figure. That is a good one. Yeah. What Discord? Very fine Discord. This has been a hard enough day. I can't take it. I think the third hardcover is a good place to start. I did dig it. Great art and a fun little story, especially as a Spidey fan. It has some great moments. Yes. Wait, where did a Roguish type? Oh, that was Amazing Fantasy. Okay, good. Wait, let's go back and now see what you were talking about. I thought we were talking about Dark Ages. A Roguish type dig it. Great art and a fun little story, especially as a Spidey fan. Okay, Amazing Fantasy. Oh, I must be public. Here's Justice Goodreads. Go ahead. Yeah, I have nothing to hide. Changing your avatar. That was both of you, I have to say, committed to the bit, as they say.
I didn't mean to. It just happened. I was like, he'll see the chat. He didn't see the chat.
Out of control, right?
Yeah.
That's how these things happen. It just gets out of your control.
Yeah, I was like suppressing laughter. I was smiling a lot.
I just want to believe.
I get it.
What book did you read that I selected?
I read The Antler Boy and Other Stories.
Oh, yeah, that looked really good.
This is by Jake Parker. I do adore the cover. And this is actually kind of an anthology collection for him. It's a lot of all of these characters come in throughout the stories. Yep, there they are. Which I very much, again, love the cover. That's what stood out to me.
Yeah.
I picked this up used, and Carrie didn't want it apparently. Carrie was like, "Forget it."
Here's an autograph, and I don't want
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's a nice
Wow.
little sketch too. But yeah, this is filled with different stories of characters that Jake created. And I will say, kind of like any anthology collection, some I liked more than others. I was very impressed by the different art styles throughout this. Like, let me get a good
So-
example of a
Different art styles by the same guy, right?
by the same guy. Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, like here's some other ones for the Antler Boy story.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful and very different than the other one. So that was really fun, and I did ultimately enjoy myself. I feel like I gave it like a 3 out of 5.
Okay.
Again, I think any anthology collection, especially short story comics, it's hard for like all of them to be hits, especially when I get to the end of some of them and I'd be like, okay, I want the rest, but it doesn't exist because it's a short story. So it's kind of hard for this to land for me in particular, at least. There are 10 short stories in this, but it was a good time and I'm glad I read it.
Okay.
And apparently Carrie was like, I don't need it. but I don't know. I may not be like Carrie. I may keep it. We'll see.
It
We'll
does
see.
have a little antler drawing in it.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Famous artist Josh Greathouse says Jake Parker makes fun things, but never enough comics.
I feel like I agree after reading that. I was like, I need more.
Okay. Is Batman Failsafe good? I'd like to know that too. Somebody said Batman Failsafe. Oh, James said I read 90% of it and it's not bad. Melanie enjoyed it a lot. That's the better half of Very Fine. Oh, I loved your recent overview of Wicca. Are there similar books that you can recommend? Wicca was recommended. Wait, you didn't recommend Wicca to me, right? That was my friend Mark Spector, Jake Lockley from Sweden who recommended that. I will ask Mark Spector, Jake Lockley about that because he recommends tons of Euro comics to me. I know Peter Pan by the same author is on my to read list, but I think it might be out of print, so I would hesitate to do a review of it. But he has recommended a ton of books to me, Rahul, and I will I'll try to read more Euro comics this year because now I need to read Lucky Luke, but he recommends lots of books to me and he has really good taste, except he's the one that I'm sending Squarriors to because he recommended it, and I had to say I am sending it to you. All you have to do is pay for postage. I want Squarriors out of my house. No one cares about the tour of Flanders. Ned Flanders? I'll watch that. I heard a lot of praise for Zdarsky Batman run. I know people love his Daredevil. I certainly do. Trying to read all of Invincible. Boy, I keep meaning to finish and I keep getting stuck at book 3. Heavy Metal is back in France and they're working on a US edition. For the time being. Discord. Oh yeah, Days of Sand is supposed to be great.
That's been on my list too.
Yeah, I think that Mark Spector has recommended that to me for a long time, and I think Aiku has also. Yeah. Yes, sure. Days of Sand I can recommend to you because I've heard nothing but good things about that. Well, it's Ned Flanders now. Jess, but Invincible is a really fast read and really, really good. I know. I really enjoyed the first 3 books, which I've reread, and now I'll have to reread again. That would be an awesome accomplishment to read all 12 volumes that I've had sitting on my shelf for 6 years. Okay. Days of Sand is my book of the year so far. Recommendation: The Quest for the Time Bird by La Tendre and Loisel. Oh, he's French, so it's like low. You don't pronounce half the letters in there. And Peter Pan by Reggie Loth on his own. Great fantasy series. Yeah. Maybe the Peter Pan that I have is the hardcover that's out of print. Maybe the trade paperback is in print, but I've heard tons of things about it. Yes, I figured it was something about bicycling because that's all Cycle Cleveland cares about. That and goiter. Okay, so Dark Ages. I read a book I think you're going to dig. I can recommend it to you because I loved it. The Night Eaters, She Eats the Night.
I also read this book.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Nice. Now this is a much better thing that I got than Fantagraphics sent me. I can stick this like book plate here like that. This is about a family of Chinese Americans. The parents immigrate to America and have children, and the children are twins, and they grow up, and boy, how am I going to do this without spoiling it?
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
You don't want to give away the twist.
No, yeah, it's such a great thing. Let me show you the art. This is by the same team that did Monsters, Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda. So here's some of the art. The mom in it is a super hardcore, tough person. The dad in it is more amenable and goofy and likable. And they have twins that own a cafe that they're trying to run. But there's a problem in that there's a house across the street from them that has issues, like it's super haunted. And I feel like that's really all I can say, because if I say more than that, it's going to give it away. It's okay, I can't show that image because that would, okay, here's when the parents met. This is the young woman that turns into the mom, and the dad meeting her when they're young. She's like super cool and silent. He's very gregarious and goofy. Here they are in their home. It's across the street from the haunted house. I think it's awesome. I loved it. It's a complete A+ book of the year candidate for me. It's horror. It's super well written, super well drawn. A+, 5 out of 5, 10, 10, 10, 2 thumbs up. I love it. Book of the year. But I feel like I can't really even do a review of it without giving away the twist and the fun, exciting, crazy, creepy things that happen afterwards. How did you feel about it?
Yeah, it's incredibly hard to talk about because of that. I really enjoyed it. I mean, that art's beautiful, the color's beautiful, the writing's great, and I want to know what happens for sure. I do think it's so short that I was like, okay, give me more.
Yeah.
So I had that element of it too. But yeah, it's so hard to talk about because you don't want to like give away the big things in it. You know,
Yeah.
you can't even. I'm having a hard time even telling you, right? But yeah, it was fun. It was really fun.
Yeah, and it's a trilogy, so there's 2 more books coming out. I mean, I can't recommend this enough to people who like well-written stories that have a horror element in it. Um, and the twist, I never saw it coming and thought it was brilliant.
It was also interesting to see something set in like modern COVID times too.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I like the Chinese immigrants angle and how the kids,
Yeah.
of course, were different from the parents because they were brought up in America and stuff. It seems less wordy than Monstrous. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, Monstrous is fairly text heavy.
Yeah, it's
but this is
definitely a breezier read than
Yeah.
Monstrous.
Let's see. Here's Joe Cool. How's it going? Even though your team very fine condition, I welcome you here. Anyway. Yeah, it is. I couldn't because I was getting ready for my daughter's birthday, which was yesterday, and I was put to work cleaning up my messes and other messes.
That's fair. I like how James added that bell though. Ring that bell.
For notification. It definitely came across my laptop as I went for it. Wait, what did I go for now? He falls for it again. What happened?
Oh, I said I read that book, but like I did read that book.
Oh. Yeah, I'm picturing hi diddly ho neighborino on a 10-speed. Yeah. No. It's yada. It's with a Y. Yada dee, yada da, doo doo doo. Oh well, maybe there is a doo 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 in there. Yeah, you might be right. Right. We covered all that. Now everybody's always talking about Unstoppable Bar and everything. What's going on with you, Bar? You must be very interesting that half the chat is consumed with talking with you and not paying attention to us. So this new series is that Monstrous is concluded. I have book 2 of Monstrous, but I haven't read it yet. So is Monstrous concluded?
I don't know.
I don't know either. A lot of people. Well, okay. You do you? And tomorrow I'll have completely forgotten about it and probably feel I'll probably be just as gullible. Oh, my daughter was born on Easter, so she's our little Easter bunny. Bar and Josh take up half the very fine condition Saturday chat. I followed them over here to you. Well, that's good that they're like that over. They go back and forth. You're a people magnet. I'm going to talk to you off air. The more I hear about you, the more I think I want to do a Harley Quinn show with you.
Or Punchline.
Punchline. Oops, forgot my little bookmark. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I read another book. Let's talk about it. All right. Open Bar. Speaking of bar,
yeah.
So this book this came out from Oni Press. Reed gifted it to me at some point. I don't know. I really, really enjoyed the art and the color palette. It's very like Cartoon Network-y to me, you know?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Very unique. And I really liked that about it for sure. And again, the same color palette throughout, some black and white and reddish. It was nice. Really liked the art. And I think the storytelling was good, but ultimately, so this is a story about these two best friends here, Beardo and Lenny. And we get to see their lives growing up together. They were friends at a very young age, best friends. and went through a whole lot together. So we see really their lives, like we get flashbacks to when they were kids, current day, and then you get to experience them throughout nearly their whole lives, which was nice. You don't see that a lot. But at the same time, I did have some problems with this book.
Mm.
So Beardo inherits a bar from his dad who passes, and the stipulation was he had to have a business partner, and he had to have the bar open for at least 3 years if he takes it on. So he was roommates with his best friend Lenny here. They were about to get evicted, so they were in like the prime spot to like try this out and just go with it. When the bar opens, real slow moving, nobody wants to go here, like nobody cares, nobody comes in, until a freak accident happens right outside the bar. Like a turbine from a 747 falls.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Kills someone leaving the bar.
Mm-hmm.
News crew comes out talking about it, and then they promote their bar on it, and then people go nuts for the bar, right? It's just so weird. Anyway, it's really just about the drama in their life, what's going on with the bar from then on. Again, their whole story. But all the women in this book, all like 2 of them who were like main characters, were just depicted so poorly.
Oh,
and that was a bummer, right?
Yeah. Well, like how?
Well, like Lenny's ex is throughout this whole book, and she cheated on him in every way with every person possible. Didn't really have any redeeming qualities. She does have an arc, so I will give her that.
There are people like that in the world.
Yes, but when you're 2 women characters in the books were nearly villains the whole time, it was kind of like, okay.
What was the other one?
She
depicted?
was a teacher that came back into their lives after, like a high school teacher. When she was in high school, she slept with one of them. Okay, which is not, that's a crime. That's a crime. Okay. Then she comes back, sleeps with him again, and then she dies. So
And then
like,
she dies?
she's the one who got hit with I don't think that's a spoiler. It happens soon on, but so I don't know. That bummed me out. And it wasn't just me. I like read reviews after this, and people were like, what's going on here? So
With the women?
yeah. I don't know. I did, despite that, ultimately enjoy myself. I gave it a 3 out of 5. I was in the middle, but again, I enjoyed myself. I do think there were interesting things happening. It was a weird story. I liked how it ended, but I have problems with it, so it's kind of the middle for me.
What is that something that will go to Second and Charles now?
Yeah, I don't think I'll keep it.
Or is there a signature in there too?
There's not.
Vincent from...
No, I can't see myself reading it again, but I would like to check out this person's next work, Okay. I do think there's ways to improve themselves for sure. So yeah, that's how I felt. I'm sorry, that was very middle of the road, but
well, that's fine. I mean, we can't love everything.
Josh is saying I give a lot of 3 out of 5. I really don't. There were just 2 back to back. So
speaking of cheating, okay, wait, let me think of this guy's name. Oh yeah, my daughter's roommate, who is a little bit older and the owner of the house they live in. So they've become best friends. And so my daughter's other best friend, the 3 of them came over for dinner last night to celebrate Kelly's birthday. And the owner of the house, the roommate, is very interesting. A very super smart, always dresses in the style of the 50s. She has her hair done like in the 50s. Her clothes are all in the 50s. She works in a vintage store. It's almost like she's a comic book character, but she really does commit to the 50s. But she came down and she said, "Do you read Black Monday Murders?" And I said, "What? Do you know about Black Monday Murders?" So we talked about Black Monday Murders and how we were waiting for the 3rd book. And it turns out her late brother was a comic book collector the brother's girlfriend was stolen at a con by a famous artist for like 2 weeks, and then she came back to the brother, and the sister was like, why are you taking her back? And it got into a whole other thing. But it turns out that this, I guess I probably shouldn't say his name, but he's a very famous artist of,
We all want to know.
I know, I don't know, maybe if I say it's alleged
Hmm.
that David Mack is a girlfriend stealer
Mm.
from like 2008. It's an alleged thing that he stole the girlfriend at a con. So I went to bed earlier than they did because my wife and the three girls were like kind of their own little unit, and I was, I was the guy at the girl party, and I thought, yeah, it's April Fool's. David Mack, it's April Fool's. Thank you for reminding me, Axel. So I went to bed early, and she said, okay, when you go to that con, remember, tell David Mack to fuck off for me. And I was like, okay, I will. So,
Wow.
No, it's not an April Fool's. This is alleged. So actually, how's he even going to find out? Somebody's going to tweet it to him. Hey, you stole somebody's girlfriend. And he's going to go, which con was that? Oh yeah, Mac. That's a slang term for like macking on somebody. Or, oh, you would have guessed him or Paul Pope. Oh, is he known for that behavior? Okay, F you, David Mack. No, it's not April Fool's. I've read Asterios Polyp. I think that, have you read this book?
I haven't. I know of it, but I haven't read it.
I kept it, but it's one of those books that is behind other books on my KLAX. It's kind of like a famous indie read that, how do I say this? I enjoyed it, but it was very intellectual and deep and philosophical and stuff. And I think you have to be, I have to be in a certain mood to read those kind of books, because you get very engrossed in that. The art is really cool and quirky. So I would recommend it, but just with the caveat that you're not reading a light and breezy book. You're reading something that's kind of intellectually dense. I bet, I'm almost positive that Next Imaginaut would have read this book. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Is a genius Mazzucchelli at his best. And I know Next Imaginaut, and probably Cycle Cleveland, if he's still in the chat. Those are two guys that would have read that. Although I don't know that Next Imaginaut's a guy. Mac made up deeper. So it goes talking to bar, talking to bar, talking to bar. Blah, blah, blah. Everybody's talking to bar. Let's have Kristen answer that first. And why is it Essex County?
I was going to say that's definitely up there, as well as the Tea Dragon Society.
I'm glad I recommended that to you.
And Giant Days.
I
think you also
Giant
recommended.
Days.
Yeah, you need to. When
Well,
are we doing that?
I have all the trades, and now wasn't there an announcement that they're gonna? Okay, wait, no, not Giant Days. I'm getting it mixed up with Lumberjanes. I'm keeping all my trades of Giant Days, so I might as well just read it because I have all the trades plus, what was it, extra credit, and
early
the teacher
registration.
slept with one of us, or what was the other one?
Early registration starts the whole series because it's like the really old stuff, and then it's like the boom stuff. So early registration's first, and then that stuff.
And then where's extra credit at the end?
You could kind of, well, it probably goes in the middle somewhere, but you can do whatever with that one. Yeah, probably in the middle somewhere. I'd have to look it up exactly.
Okay.
But it's full of one shots, so you can just kind of throw it in.
Okay. Why am I jealous? What? I'm not keeping up with you guys in the chat. I'm not reading what you guys are saying back and forth to each other. It has nothing to do with me or Kristen, so I don't know what you're talking about. Isn't it the Phoenix Saga? What is going on in the chat? James already made and sent it to David Mack. That's fine. I don't care. Oh, me going F you, David Mack. Yeah. Lars says his most read is Prince Valiant by Hal Foster. Woo. Watchmen and Batman Year 100 the most. That makes me think. Well, that's good. That's one of my all-time favorite books. Okay, so Talking to Bar. Okay. Yeah, that's everybody's talking to Bar. What book have I read the most? Probably Superman, Birthright, Superman for All Seasons, Superman. No.
I like how you just let me get away with saying all seasons.
Well, it's just you just left off the word for. I'm like, that's
I
close.
think that alone's pretty impressive. That means I'm listening to you because I got almost all of those names right of those books.
And you only know that from me?
Probably, yeah. I mean, I'm sure I've heard other people talk about it, but
Oh, that's the secret to my success as a person, is that I can laugh at myself. A lot of people can't. Most people can't. I always laugh at myself. I make myself laugh the most.
We should all be that person. Yeah, we should all be like that.
Yeah.
Oh, have I showed you my little tea dragon plushies? Have you seen those?
Okay, wait. Okay. I'm done being mad with you for the time being. Yeah. Okay, let's see them.
They just happen to be around me because I pulled them up during the last show I did. So.
Oh, those are great.
Here's one of them. I forget the name of this one. Then we have, of course, this one right here.
For All Seasons.
Of course. And then this little grumpy guy here.
Oh yeah, the grumpy
one. Yeah.
You got it. Also, was the one that had to be adopted, right?
Yeah, and the tail, like, really.
Oh, it's got wire in it?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Those are cool.
Yeah, and then of course this is the last one.
Oh,
the one you know this one with the little ear piercings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, those are great. And you got those from their site, or where did you get them?
I backed these on Kickstarter, but I think you can get them on the Oni Press website now.
Oh, okay.
They usually just sit on my shelves.
I like those a lot. They're fun.
Pretty cool.
Is it odd that a very grown man would buy those?
I think it's very cool.
I don't care if it's odd. I'm kind of into them.
But do you have room for them?
Well, that's the issue. Yeah,
I get that. Yeah.
Don't. Yeah. Yeah, that you might be right there, roguish type. It's probably something Silver Age, and it could be Death of Pharaoh Lad, and then When Pharaoh Lad Returns. But those are just like two stories. Gosh, I don't know. I have. I'm sure it's a DC book because that's what I grew up reading. I would have to say my most reread book would be a Superman book. Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow. And I'm not allowing you to read that book because that was such a great book and you've lost Superman privileges.
All right.
No, you haven't.
Too bad.
No, you haven't. I'm gonna make you. Oh yeah, Justice. I do reread that every year. That's true. That's a good one. Oh yeah, rereading John's. That's my favorite JL run. Shock just skipped mine. Let's see what it was. It's because I. Oh, that's good. Well, I didn't skip it on purpose. I just didn't see it. It was between the 19 comments you have with Unstoppable Bar in the chat. So that's why I skipped past it, probably. Tagging the bar. I think I reread Hush most. I like Hush. Can we see some of the art for Tea Dragon? Is that what you're asking, Rahul?
Maybe they meant open bar, which I did show some.
Well, no, I think we're in most reread now.
Are we in? Okay. I can get Tea Dragon. 1 second.
Remsko, I haven't read anything read anything twice, but I've only been reading comics for 7 years. I know. I agree with that.
Isn't it called All Seasons?
For all seasons. I have so many words I could say right now. Okay,
Tea
this
Dragon
is the book I
Society.
recommended to Kristen, and I made a whole video about it.
For the record, I recommend this book to Jess. Okay.
That's an April Fool's joke.
Is it?
Yeah, today it is.
Beautiful, gorgeous art. Love it so much.
Yep.
And of course, there are 3 of these.
And they're
And they're
gorgeous.
all so good.
Yeah, it's brilliantly fun.
Yeah, love them.
Other series I have reread a lot of times: Watchmen, Sandman, Asterisk, Lucky Luke, and Sparoo. Here's where you can get the plushie. I'm not sure where that comment came from, but I agree with it. I forget. Okay, now I don't. Oh! Buy what you love with the plushies. Right. It's not odd for a grown man to buy those. A grown man can buy whatever brings him joy. Las Vegas, here I come. Really like the first 20 issues of G. Willow Wilson's Ms. Marvel. Any recommendation of books similarly written? Superhero stuff is cool, but was not the main thing I liked about the book. Right. It was her home life, which was so cool, and how I thought, in my opinion, that was the best Disney series that got put out because of all the interesting stuff with her home life, Ms. Marvel. What do we think is similar to Ms. Marvel?
It's tough.
The deals, yeah. I mean that book's kind of a unicorn. That it's a Muslim superhero. But it's not. But it fits so well into the Marvel universe. It was written so well that it just slides right into the Marvel universe.
I would ask Marcelo for clarification on what you mean by the main thing you liked about the book. Because I think you and I can like pinpoint like things maybe, but sure. I don't necessarily know what he means by that. So
yeah, that's a good
and then
point.
We may be able to like recommend something from that.
Yeah, I do reread Justice a lot. You're right. Oh yeah, I want to read this Poison Ivy series by her. Oh, Astro City Family album deserves an annual reread. You are so right. I'm about to sneeze. I'm trying not to. William Reed, I probably read. Oh, Sculptor, Why the Last Man, and Uncanny X-Force. I do read. I have reread those 3 books: New X-Men, Astonishing, and Uncanny X-Force a lot. But I would say it's probably either Justice or Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow. I have Cairo, but I don't think I've read it yet. I did read Air a long time ago. And this is about Asterios polyp. I've had a copy of it since it came out, but actually still haven't got around to reading it. And to, yes, I am very much male. Okay. And in my college years was actually given too much. And in my college years was actually given too much of an asterios polyp disposition, minus the misogyny myself. Your pettiness towards the lack of Superman love is amazing. What? Jess in a glass case of emotion. That's right. That's so great. Uncle Jess, I picked up 2 Savage Avengers Omni, the DM and the regular. Amazon still has the white regular cover. What's in my stack of shame, which is going to go where Galactus was going to go, but now Galactus, it turns out, doesn't fit in that space. So I'm going to fit the stacks of shame in that spot. Savage Avengers is great. This is for you.
What age is this T-Dragon Society? That looks amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I'd say it's great for all ages. I don't know that I could pinpoint an age that, I mean, obviously a baby's not going to enjoy this, but truly, truly great, all ages. Totally could give it to a kid and they would have a great time. Absolutely.
It's like a gentle fairy tale that makes you feel better afterwards.
It's like a warm hug.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like
Very
a cup
nice.
of tea and a cold day, a blanket, a friend that reads Superman. Kristen, you know a certain adult man that liked stuffed animals, dolls.
He is referencing a previous coworker of mine.
Oh, I thought he was talking about himself.
No, who was very creepy about it.
Oh, the coworker?
I think I've maybe mentioned this guy to you before. Maybe?
This was at your TV
My
job?
previous, yeah, my TV job, yeah.
Gosh, I don't remember that. Do you want to tell us on the air?
He loves stuffed animals to the point of like, again, because I mean, I got them, okay. But I also don't bring them to work and call them my children and talk to them as if they were my children and bring them on vacations.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it was a lot. We would
It was
like
a lot.
it was a lot. I'd always be like, okay, if one day they find a body under this floor, I know he did it. Like it was like to that point.
If somebody spoke nasty to one of us stuffed
I
animals?
mean,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, this is actually a good recommendation. Good job, Bart. Invisible Kingdom is really good. I have that in giant, library edition. That is a great book.
Didn't you say you were going to send me those trades you had
I
sometime?
haven't found them yet.
Oh,
I
okay.
will.
Hey,
Yeah.
no rush. I got stuff to read.
They're all in the other room, and that other room is not organized yet.
Got it.
Here's my fellow Superman lover and fellow Jess. DC's Naomi has some shared elements of Ms. Marvel. A big superhero fan becomes a superhero, has engaging family dynamics. Exactly right. I like Jessica more and more. I'm a fan.
Does it count? I mean, Jessica rules. She's the best. But does it count that I've read Naomi season 1 and also really enjoyed it? So
That counts, yeah.
Yeah.
Are
I
you
agree.
telling the truth?
Yes. I am. Superman's in that book.
That's true. That doesn't count though.
Okay.
Jack Kirby's The Demon is another reread a lot. Okay, it's double bar, blah blah blah. This is for you.
Yeah, James is talking about prose, so I don't think you care about that. James, I plan to read it. Hopefully this year.
That's when I tapped out of your show the last time. It all became prose and manga. How am I supposed to stay through those two things?
Listen, sometimes you just have to enjoy what other people enjoy, like Superman.
Hey, Chris. Oh, that's awful.
That does suck.
Yeah, he had too many planets. This is for you.
As my curious T-Dragon didn't go straight to Alan Moore halfway.
Oh, yeah,
What?
no. Alan Mooreville like became some kind of Alan Moore
No,
weird thing.
no way. No.
Yeah, no, it's such a gentle fairy tale. I really love that. Yeah, might be right.
Yeah, for sure.
Do we know that for
Absolutely.
sure?
You are right, though.
Yeah, it's an interesting dude. Oh, I haven't read this yet. Yeah, she did The Dreaming. I need to read that. Yeah. A stuffed toy whisperer. Ooh, that makes it even worse.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Spider-Man by Joe Kelly omnibus in 2024. Yeah, I heard it, but got canceled to be resolicited. This looks like it's for you.
How important is art versus a story for the chat? What percentage split would you give it? I'm team writer. When you're like, is it the art or the right? Yeah, right, writer forever. Because I've read plenty of bad art stories with good writing. It's happened a lot, or something that's not to my taste necessarily. Right, as far as the art goes, I can absolutely get past bad art for a good story. I can't do it the opposite way. Like if I read something and there's no story there, but the art's amazing, I don't care. Like I'm just like, okay, good work, artist, but I'm not going to keep this book because there's nothing to it to me, you know?
Yeah, I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, because it's oversized or something." Oh, I'm getting this for the art, and I'm like,
Yeah,
"Ooh, but the story sucked." And
exactly. And I'm like, I don't get it. I can't.
yeah. Now I will say, there's a famous artist, Igor Cordray or whatever, that New X-Men was so great, and then his art just is so bad compared. I think he must have been rushed or something, because I don't want to say anything bad about him. I've already harshed on David Mack, so I don't want this to be an artist bashing series, but it almost takes you out of the story. It's still Grant Morrison writing, but Igor Cordray's art at the very end of New X-Men really brings it down.
Well, it's certainly hard in those like big two runs when you have a thrown in artist that is so drastically different to like break up everything versus what I'm reading. The majority of what I'm reading rather is like, okay, the entire time I get to experience Kay O'Neill's beautiful art with Kay O'Neill's beautiful story. So I'm never pushed out of it like that. But yeah, that stuff's jarring. It sucks.
Yeah. Rahul, unfortunately, I am not a manga reader. I'm sure Full Metal Alchemist is great. I have trouble reading backwards, and manga is not for me, but peace and love to you. I'm glad you like manga.
And Full Metal Alchemist, I do enjoy. I haven't read the whole thing, but I really like what I've read.
Oh, good. Amazing book I recommend called Plastic.
I know of
It's
Plastic.
an ex-serial killer trying to go in the straight and narrow with his girlfriend. A corrupt governor kidnaps his girlfriend. The big twist, the girlfriend is a sex doll. Well, now you ruined the twist.
You can tell from the cover.
Yeah, okay, no, I do have
You've probably
that book,
seen the
and
cover, yeah.
Yeah, okay, right. I do have that book now that I think about it. Larry says, like I said before, yeah, I think this wasn't on Batter Days. It was brought up on our last book club. Like I said before, I can't take bad art very well. So for me, it's probably art 75, writing 25 overall.
Yeah, I'm not saying the art's not important. I mean, the art
Yeah.
is, I mean, I love art, but no, if there's good writing, that's what I need.
Yeah. The Collector here. Hope all are safe from the high winds the last couple of weeks. Yeah, the Collector lives, I believe, somewhere in the Midwest area that's been affected by all this.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, the Collector, we were in the bathroom for like an hour last night during a tornado warning, but it's all good here, except that we still have high winds. I mean, it's creaking the house the whole time.
You're probably lucky you still have power.
Yeah, I'm glad.
And Days of Sand have been an option. I gotta get Days of Sand.
Yeah, we both do. I feel like someone in the chat, what's his name? I can't think of his name. Yeah, he keeps recommending it. He's recommended it since it started to both of us.
I think maybe it's Aiku.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we definitely need to do that.
And that's something also that Mark Spector, Jake Lockley recommends. Here is what Marcelo says. There you go.
Kamala is the perfect character. I loved her and everything related to her relationship to her family. Also, the bits of Muslim life we can learn from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's. I know there's things related we can probably think of, but it is hard because it is such a unique story, especially in the Marvel universe, right?
Yeah. How can I say this without insulting everyone? I feel like there's a stereotype there's always stereotypes. And I feel like Muslims have been stereotyped in this country because of certain things. And this was a great way, and the TV show, to show that the general population just wants peace and love and a sandwich and something to drink, or, they just want to live their lives. And I think that's what was so great about Ms. Marvel, and why it was so easy for it to just slide into the Marvel universe, was they were just a normal family, like anybody's family. And it's not like you have to say, oh shit, there's a Muslim family next door, but their daughter's a superhero, so that makes them cool. So I think it was just so well written that it was easy to really like them. I don't even remember when it came out, because I don't go on social media. I don't even know, was there some outcry over anti-Muslim stuff in comic Twitter land or something? Because I don't go on Twitter, and Instagram never has anything but pictures of food and comic books and dogs for me. So I don't know. Do you remember that at all?
I feel like there was something, but I cannot remember the specifics of what was going on back then. It's been a while.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense, because anything outside of never mind.
I know what you mean. Because
fabulous cartoon comic artist Josh Greathouse says, I'm team artist. Most comics aren't written that well. Hard to get attached when I can't tell the emotion behind the character.
That's a statement.
It is.
I don't know that I'd agree with that particular statement. I think it's absolutely hard to get attached, though, if you can't understand what's going on, of course.
She is the opposite of you. Sometimes I don't even look at the art that much, but terrible art from a new artist on a run sucks. The flip side of good writing bad art is, why not just read prose at that point?
And I do.
She does. Writing must be good in order for me to enjoy a book, even though it's great when there's a good combination of good art and good writing. Which brings up my next book, which I was going to wait for the deluxe collection with both arcs in it, but I caved and bought Black Sad, They All Fall Down, knowing that it's part 1. And I'm going to just buy the second book. All my Black Sads look good because they have the same spine. This is an anthropomorphic detective who's, first of all, this art is amazing, and this story was amazing, as usual. I've never not liked a Black Sad. Black Sad is a cat. Where am I going here? Okay, look at the cat there. There we go.
The cat.
Yeah, he's the cat. What the hell? Jeez. He's the cat right there. It's mirrored, so I can't get it right. Anyway, it's all anthropomorphic. He has a young, well, he's not young, but I guess that's kind of a weasel looking guy here. That's his buddy. That's a reporter. They're in the park for a concert, not a concert, Shakespeare in the Park. And they consider them. This is written as if these guys are human, and they're all anthropomorphic. And it's a tale of a corrupt government, local city government, corrupt government. The PI gets hired. Blacksad gets hired by this bat to keep him alive, to keep the bat alive, because he represents a labor union that that the Weasel Mafia is trying to corrupt. There's a side story with, I don't know if he's a, what is this friend? What's his buddy there? His buddy develops a crush on this sort of beatnik other character. And they have a new boss who's a porcupine at the paper. And but here's sort of the architect of the new city that he wants to be developed. He wants the architect and the mayor, the architect of the city and the mayor want to get rid of the subways, and because they're developing all these roads and highways and stuff, and there's a corrupt government thing going on. They're trying to infiltrate the labor unions, and there's lots of human emotions. I don't even know how to tell you how great this book is. I don't want to spoil it any further. Anybody out there that's read Blacksad knows that this is just a continuation of how great Blacksad is. The detective, the PI, he's a PI. Sorry, not a detective. He is he's hired to protect this guy, and then discovers as his weasel pal too. Maybe he's a ferret or whatever he is. And there's a subplot with his pal that is going to intersect with what Blacksad's up to. Blacksad's a former boxer, so he knows how to fight. And here's a good picture of the Weasel Mafia that's trying to influence the labor unions. So it's boss. It's just as great as all the other Blacksad books. Of course, it ends on a cliffhanger, and I knew it would. And I'll have to reread this again next year or whenever the next volume comes out. This is, I think it is it Spanish? It's translated. Juan Diaz Canales and illustrated by Juanjo Guanido. So it's a Euro comic that's getting translated, and it's awesome. 5 out of 5. So far, I've had 3 out of 3. I love them books.
Nice. Well, I'm going to jump to my next one.
Is it another 3 out of 5?
I actually haven't rated it yet, so we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening.
Oh, you haven't rated it yet?
I haven't. This is Wild, or So I Was Born to Be, Volume 1. Yeah, I love the cover. And I have to say, speaking of art versus story, I like the art more than the story in this. I really, really like this. It's very over the top, very like the expressions are extra animated and ridiculous. It is about a roller derby team, specifically Wild, who's a girl on the team. And her, first time ever doing roller derby against this horrific team they have to face.
Ugh.
Yeah. Who they're major bullies, especially the main character. But yeah, the art is just, it's wild, is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
And I mean the pun. But I feel like the art, though I really enjoyed it, sometimes it was hard to tell what was going on.
That can be tough, yeah.
Especially with the color palette mixed with it, which I think is incredibly unique, and I like it a lot. But some characters I couldn't maybe depict between other ones sometimes, and that was difficult. But ultimately, though I really enjoyed the art, the story wasn't there for me. I had a good time, but I still felt it was lacking something. And I hate to poo-poo every book I've read, which I won't. Don't worry. The next two, they're way better. But but yeah, so I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about it because I did love this art and it was a good time. But yeah, I don't know. Something lacking about the story for me.
Something lacking.
Yeah.
Well, it is reading backwards for me. And you grew up reading Hebrew backwards, left to right or whatever. I have a hard time. I think.
Well, it's not reading backwards though. It's just we read left to right.
Right. And it's in manga and apparently Hebrew are right to left.
Well, I think she's saying, you know, calling it reading backwards isn't accurate.
Okay.
It's just reading.
It's reading in a different style than I am accustomed to.
Yeah.
And I have a hard time following it. I'm sure I'd be terrible at Hebrew. That probably goes without saying, but I'm saying it. Yeah. I did try to read some manga Western style, which is which is it? Do we read left to right?
Yeah. Me too.
I did I did read some manga that was Western style, and the stories didn't really grip me. And I tried a lot. I will say Junji Ito is somebody, for some reason, I can follow his stories a little better. And I love how creepy and gross they are. Didn't we read Dissolving Classroom together?
We did, yeah.
Yeah, and it almost made me throw up.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually liked that book.
Yeah, I love it too.
It was so vile. I liked it. I think a lot of people got it. It was like $4 on Amazon for a long time. So I don't know that I have Junji Ito on my iPad. I still have several of his books. So I just have trouble following it, and it could be age related because I've been reading, and I fully admit this, because I've been reading Western style for so long. My brain's not as elastic. I can't figure it out. Even I know there's guides on the internet how to read manga. Well, it's not working for me. Peace and love to the Hebrew language, though. Great. No, honest. Great. Really great. Igor Corday comes in to replace Salvador Roca on Extreme X-Men and made me drop the book. So for that reason, I tell people you only need Extreme X-Men Omni Volume 1. Oh, it seems to be a problem.
Spicy.
Spicy hot take. Wait. Hot take from Larry. Spicy. That's awesome. Days of Saint. We better get this.
Yeah, we better.
Okay, we're gonna. Oh, here's a question. I didn't know about this.
I have read Mothkeeper. 5 out of 5. Love it so much.
I mean, I recommended it to
Jess.
Kristen again, so
Jess, you should get it. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know. Are there stuffed animals from it
Not yet, but hopefully.
that I can talk to and take on vacation with me? So superhero slice of life series. Sorry, I forget what is that?
That was a Miss Marvel.
Ms. Marvel.
Comments,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Unsolvable Bar and Josh. Blah 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 blah. Oh, have either of you read Newburn by Zdarsky? It's super good. I'm waiting for it to be collected. Favorite part of Kamala was the original run by Wilson, where you saw the family dynamic and a look into another culture. Yes. Ms. Marvel Omnidog reprint expanded edition. That was a tiny omnibus, much like Hawkeye. You are right. Here are recommendations for you.
Yellow Room for Love and Catherine Stewart's Moving Pictures. 2 beautiful graphic. Okay, I'm writing them down.
I think I've heard of Moving Pictures before.
Thank you.
This is a good comment, Bar. This is why representation matters. There's still so much ignorance and stupidity out there in the world. I'm sure Ms. Marvel changed at least a few people's bigoted views. That would be awesome if it actually did.
Absolutely.
You should write a song, Joe Cool. Those are great lyrics right there. Oh, here's N-Man. What up, N-Man? Well, Khan is a great character. However, Marvel really put the brakes on that character. The movie will come, but as far as comics, they really stopped focusing on her for some reason. I didn't know that. Really happy for more Muslim rep in comics, especially Big Two. The issues of Green Lantern with Simon Baz's family are also good examples of that inclusion. Yes, Black Sad's great. I love Black Sad. Some of the best stories. Yes. Yes, I'm telling you to read it, Bar. Boy, Bar is a big presence in the chat, which is cool. That's why I want to have you on my show. I want everyone to see Bar and me talking about Harley Quinn. I think it needs to happen. Chinatown meets Zootopia. Yeah, that's kind of a way to put it. Yeah. This is good news, though. Used to be years until we get new Black Sad. Yes. There's a Black Sad video game?
There is.
Have you played it?
No, but I've seen it.
What system is it for?
I don't know.
Do you play video games at all?
I yeah, sometimes. It's been a while, but sometimes.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I do have Animal Castle. I was worried about it, but somebody said if I could read something, and I could, that I'm okay with it. Because I was worried about, about the website Does the Dog Die? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it does comics too. But I've been leery about Animal Castle, even though I own it. This is about Black Sad. Each story ties in together, but you don't need to read all of them. It's set in the 20s and it hits hard on a lot of topics. Yeah, they talk about the do they talk about the Great Depression and stuff in this? Plans to pave over New York City's green spaces, come hell or high water. Yeah. Yeah. Right. This is to your dad. You can tell a lot about the character from the animal art. Black Sad is great. Thank you, Deathtone. How's it going? Spanish team, but printed in French, if memory serves. Services. Okay. Okay, Larry and Marcella were talking. Already did. Sorry, roguish type. Already did.
I also, for the record, didn't like it. So
I didn't like it. Yeah, it didn't.
As a big manga fan.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No, I didn't like Blade of the Immortal as a big manga fan. So I don't think, because you were like, you tried some, and it's like, well, but you tried ones I didn't like either. So
yeah, I did try Blade of the Immortal and it didn't appeal to me. See, I can't read this because it's backwards for me. Because starting at the end, I think you're saying, I wonder if I held that up to a mirror. Wouldn't that be cool if it was like code? Because it looks like code to me. Jess, you did okay with Hebrew last time you said Benzona. What? Uh-oh. More backwards writing. Jess, I think it's just tough since we're all fans of you and want you to enjoy all parts of comics. Yeah, I understand that. I appreciate the fact that you are a fan. Honestly, this is not an April Fool. I'm an April Fool, but this isn't part of April Fools. I appreciate that everybody wants me to read manga because you love it so much. It's just not something that's worked for me. Although I do still own Cats of the Louvre.
I was gonna say one day,
because one day I am gonna try and read it with Kristen. I love comics that do stuff you can only do in comics, where art and story are more than the sum of their parts. Yes, that is great. I used to have an issue with the concept of manga when I was younger. Oddly, after not reading any at all, I bought Berserk and loved it. Yeah, Berserk has a lot of fans. Too many comics feel like pitches for TV shows. We might not be wrong. Sent you an email, Jess. Check it when you can. Okay, I'll check it right now. Well, I like the start of it where it says, "Hi, Jess, I'm a huge fan of your channel." But then it says very fine condition. So forget that. No, I'll read it right
Delete.
after. I'll read it right after, Brian. Thank you. Thank you very much for the start. That's so nice. I think Days of Sand sold out. Oh, is being restocked. Merely speculation based on my order, which I placed last week, but it shows that it's shipping in 2 to 3 weeks, which rarely happens. Just to inform, Days of Sand only has the first half of it on Hoopla, but hardcover is beautiful. Hardcover, Days of Sand. Sounds good to me.
We're gonna have to.
I think we are. Haven't played the Black Sad game yet. It's on PC, but I learned about the comic from the game reviews. So anyone think we could get a box set of those Black Sad HCs or a library-sized collection? That is one thing that Mark Spector, Jake Lockley from Sweden just rants about, is how we get, like, this is big to us, but he says this is like shrunken down from the Euro Comics original, and that all the Euro comics we get, we think are big, and he says they're printed like huge in Europe, where you can just see the art in all this incredible glory.
Yeah, I don't anticipate that happening because there's been so many now that it would have already happened, right? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know who to trust. Hey, Jess, my sister confirmed getting the books. You're welcome, Johnny. I'm glad they arrived safely. Here's my pal Hayden. How's it going, Hayden?
hey, Hayden.
Black Side Game is on multiple platforms. Here's a list from Wiki: Windows, Mac OS, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch. I own it on Windows. Are you enjoying it, Rahul? I've already got like 8 video games in my backlog. But Black Sad, that sounds so cool that it's a video game. Okay, people talking to each other. Oh, Jess, this is what the Unstoppable Bar is saying. No, Jess, I'm sure you'll speak excellent Hebrew. It's still funny to me that Jess didn't understand what I meant when I said I eat cats.
It's messed up. I get the joke, but it's messed up.
Blade of the Immortal came to mind because it's only one of the manga I think that was actually edited, not just mirrored. Okay. Oh, this is what I can't read. Okay, Stray Dogs. There's some graphic animal cruelty. I would say it's similar to the level of Stray Dogs, but the story is amazing and European style art. Oh.
Yeah, I still can't pick up Stray Dogs because I'm too scared.
I am too.
Yeah.
For some reason, I have the first trade, and I also own Animal Castle. Those are on the back burner for sure. Something happened. I know you should have not. Thank you, but I think I know, Elon. I know. There's just too much other stuff for me to read. The USA shrinks down Eurocomics for those who don't fit in the racks at the sellers. Oh, okay, James, what's going on here now? No, I haven't yet played it. I own a lot of games that I haven't played. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Okay, this is between you and James. What-
Gave the girls like I assume. Well, he's translating bar. I
Oh,
assume
oh,
she means I gave away paper girls.
here it is. Right. Yeah, I think so. Okay, this brings me to Necromancers. Wait, which was the first one? Songs for the Dead and Necromancer's Map. These are from Vault. Let me make sure I read this in order. Bethany is a minstrel with a heart full of adventure, a would-be hero determined to find a missing boy from the town of Lynn, and a friend to all woodland creatures, but mostly the dead ones, because Bethany is also a necromancer. The art is... Okay, wait. Is this... Chapter 1. Okay, this is the first one. Songs of the Dead. The art is boss in this book. It is by one... Oh, no. Okay, it's by these people. Somebody writes, somebody draws. And this girl is a necromancer, meaning she can read what the dead say. She brings this one kid back to life. She's able to do that and find out what happened to him. And all the other forest creatures she can also talk to. They're dead, and they follow her around. And she's on a mission to find somebody. She recruits people to help her in her missions. This is the main person she recruits, a badass sword wielding sort of freelancer. And she's a super badass. She can kick anybody's ass and often does. And the necromancer is actually a really interesting. It's really cool because she can read. You can tell that fox is dead because it's glowing, but the animals speak to her and tell her what's going on. Because while she's on her mission, there are bad people who don't like necromancers. They're sort of like the Spanish Inquisition, where they roam about and try, and they will raise your village if you're hiding a necromancer. And this leads into book 2, The Necromancer's Map, which is further adventures of her. And it's an interesting, exciting story, but I'm not sure how to judge it yet because it's not finished. She has a lot of adventures that are really cool, and I enjoyed everything, but I'm not sure how I can judge it yet. I've enjoyed it all, and I want to keep reading it. So I guess I can say that I'm enjoying it enough that I want to keep reading it until the conclusion. So I guess that sounds like a recommendation because I'm not liking it. I'm liking it enough that I want to find out what happens. I feel like it's on the edge, though, with the writing, that he came close to, the writer came close to losing me a couple times, but then he got me back. So I feel like he's going to really have to kill it. Haha, because she's a necromancer. He's going to have to keep his A game up to finish it well for me. So maybe wait on this till I finish it, and then I can give it a proper review. But it is interesting enough that I want to continue. And this is, again, Songs for the Dead, book 1. It's a Songs for the Dead tale, so it's going to keep continuing. The Necromancer's Map is the second book. It's from Vault, and Bethany, the second one is Bethany, the necromancer with a heart of gold, and Elisar, her prone to brawling companion, are off to find the covenant. Oh, yeah, that's where a bunch of necromancers have made a hidden village and live in peace. A sanctuary for Bethany's otherwise reviled magic. Unfortunately, their map makes no sense. Seeking the help of a young wizard named Jones, whose knowledge may unravel the map's secrets, Bethany and Elisar discover a mysterious illness plaguing the Foggard Temple, home to the ancient order of the Mages. Double, unfortunately, Bethany and Elisar are not on the best of terms following their recent and violent encounter at Boulder's Envy.
Okay.
It's written. Wait, how is it written? It's written Western style. That's
Left to right.
left to right. I can't. I don't even know how I'm reading. Yeah, it's left to right. No. Oh, I'm sorry. He's a roguish type is talking to this person. Okay, sorry. I thought you were making a joke. I'll pretend you did make a joke because it was funny. Necromancer series will have a total of 3 volumes. I'm not sure. I honestly don't know. Maybe somebody can Google Songs for the Dead and see if it's continuing, ongoing. I'm not seeing. They only give the artists and writers last names. I'm not finding the full artist and writer's names. The last name is Fort and the artist is Heron. So I don't know. Yeah, you did. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Nobody even knows what you're talking about, Cycle Cleveland.
I know what he's talking
Blammo.
about. I haven't read it, but I'd like to.
You want to read Blammo?
Yeah.
What's Blammo about?
I mean, it's a Noah Van Sciver book, so that's all I know.
Oh, he
Yeah.
sent me some of that. Is that
Yeah.
Slice of Noah Van Sciver's life type thing?
I think so, yeah.
Okay,
It's
I actually,
nonfiction stuff.
yeah, I actually do want to read this myself.
Okay.
Once it gets, Cycle sent me some pages of it, and it looked really cool. Hey, there's our buddy Farhan from Malaysia. Hi,
Farhan.
Kristen. 3:30 a.m. Sunday here. So just wondering, are you wearing shoes right now, Jeff? Not just kidding. You're a good guy.
You know what?
And love.
What a good poll. Are you wearing shoes?
Yeah, good poll. What does everybody think? Am I wearing shoes or not?
Am I wearing shoes?
Are it? You have. Very good. When I Google songs for the dead, songs for the Queen Age, Stone Age come up. That's not good. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. Mr. Tech says yes. Unstoppable Bard just blatantly asking the question.
I have slides on that I wear only in the house.
Indoor shoes.
Yep.
She has indoor shoes on. Face with tongue sticking out. What is
But
it?
I would never walk around with my shoes, and that's wild. That's crazy.
God. Omnidog has giant boots on. Cycle, you are out in left field. I don't even know what any of that means, that sentence. Here's a question. You mean I don't know about Leviathan. I know about Event Leviathan from DC. That's kind of a big statement.
I would agree though.
Well, since you're against me today, I can see why.
Okay, so is that the story? Are you walking around with shoes in your house all the time, Jess?
100% all of my life. That's all I've ever done.
The ones that you wear outside, you wear inside.
Yep.
Why?
I do
Why?
people think the city I live in is just full of mud, blood, dog poop, and
You understand it is, though, right?
and the bones of my enemies?
The bones of your enemies have graced the ground you're walking on. There's all kinds of grossness on your shoes. What do you mean?
This is the first I've ever heard of this. Was when I tried showing Galactus. 15 minutes of the 3-hour show were about Galactus, and the rest were about wearing shoes. And I thought the topic had died, but Farhan brought it up again.
I didn't even know about it, so now I'm
you
like,
didn't?
what's no?
Oh, I did an unboxing on Tuesday on my birthday, where I hooked up my iPhone as the camera for the unboxing for Galactus, which he's legit 3 feet tall. So they saw, and that's an international audience at like 1 p.m. So Joachim saw that I was wearing shoes because I was, displaying Galactus, and I had shoes on, and somebody else noticed that I had very pale legs. Thank you for making my birthday such a special day. And the whole chat just erupted into 90% of the world now hates me because I wear shoes in the house. Like all of Sweden, all of Israel.
It is very confusing.
What?
It's so weird. It is strange.
I see. This is the first I've heard of it. We had our friends over a couple weeks ago. Everybody walked in with their shoes. We had a get together for 2 hours, and they left and they wore their shoes. I grew up and my parents wore their shoes into the house and they wore their shoes out of the house. All my friends that came over, shoes in, shoes out. College, well, I lived in a fraternity, so we were savages anyway, but shoes in, shoes out.
I mean, you don't do house shoes at all. Like, I get wanting something on your feet, but
yeah. And I get we have friends. She's half Japanese, so her mom had her always taking shoes off, and I understand the custom. I respect the custom. We always took our shoes off when we went into our house. They got a new house, and that wasn't the custom after their old house. I understand it's a respect and politeness thing, but also in your case, you seem to think I'm tracking in disgusting rodents that I've strode on.
You misunderstand. I don't seem to think. I know it. I mean, most people go into their house, they take off their shoes.
No, I think you're wrong about most people. I honestly don't.
If the chat blew up, I feel like I don't know anybody who doesn't do it.
Well, we're in two different worlds.
All right, hold on. Let's take a poll. Poll in the chat.
Oh, I'm a loser in the chat. I know that.
Then how can you say most people?
Well, because everybody in my orbit do not take their shoes off. Now, if somebody asks me to, it's the custom at their house. Yeah, sure, fine.
Okay.
But no one's asked me to, except for my friend Lynn, who...
It's not even about asking. I just mean in my own, I come into my house, I want to be comfortable. Shoes are not comfortable. Take those off.
Yeah.
But also they're gross.
I understand, but I don't know. It's just not the thing. I don't know. My whole life, in our other house, friends come over, they wear their shoes in. We had parties there. Everybody wore their shoes in. Everybody in my orbit has always, not just me, but my friends have just come in our house, come out of our house, in their house, out of their house, kept their shoes on. So I was legit surprised at the level of, like you're acting right now, the level of distaste for my doing that.
I'm just baffled by it. That's all. Like if you came over to my house, I'm not going to demand you take off your shoes. Okay, that's not what I mean. I just mean in your own house, even. Like, I don't want to walk around with my shoes on. That seems wild to me.
I don't know. I've never taken them off. I shower, put my shoes on. The day happens, and then when I go to bed, I take my shoes off.
It's just interesting to me. That's all. I'm not judging you. I'm just like, wow.
Oh,
Okay.
you're judging me.
I don't think
The
I
whole
am.
chat's judging me. I
I
can
mean,
see it right
I'm just saying,
now.
yeah. You can see it right now.
It's happening in real time over there. No, I don't.
Yeah, you just need some slippers, like Bar's saying. I mean, just have some nice house shoes or something. You know?
Well, I have to have orthotics
Well,
because,
sure.
but
There's nice orthotic
Yeah.
house shoes.
I don't know. It's just not my thing.
All right.
I feel like that would.
Do you ever clean your shoes?
They're never dirty.
He just said they're never dirty. He said their shoes are never dirty. Reed just brought me a drink. Thank you, Reed.
I mean, look, they're never dirty.
Bro, was that supposed to be a white
shoes.
shoe? Because it's not.
Well, I've been wearing them for a while.
Because they're dirty.
There's nothing on my shoe.
Do you have a microscope? You can't see
No.
bacteria.
Oh my God. I wash my hands more than anybody in the world. I
Okay,
wash
well,
my
you said
hands
you walked
all-
outside. How is it not dirty? Exactly. You walked outside. You got stuff on your shoes outside.
Gee, what do you think the world looks like outside my house? It's just full of mud and blood and gore, or deadly COVID on the sidewalk?
You know there are like bacteria and toxins you can't see on the ground, right?
Yeah. I squish
Okay.
them when I walk. They're dead.
Squish them into your shoe.
They're dead bacteria.
Oh boy. Thanks, Reed.
I don't know. This is like manga. It's just my whole life. I've just never.
Okay, but I'm just
Never
confused.
even-
You're saying your shoes are clean. I mean, would you lick the bottom of your shoe?
Oh, frick, no, but I wouldn't lick my hands either. I always wash my hands 1,000,000 times a day.
Then if you're walking around your house with your shoe, I just don't know why you're not washing your shoe then, like
Because
wiping
I'm
it
not
out or something.
spending the time licking the carpet all the day. I don't.
Well, but I mean, you have a dog
Yeah.
who's walking around the carpet that you're walking around with your feces shoes.
That's the brand name of my shoe. How did you know? Patty, can you pick me up an extra pair of feces shoes today?
Cycle saying there's bacteria and toxins covering your entire body at all time. Yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying.
Well, I was forced to.
I didn't ask to see them. I just asked.
Well, and I didn't show you my feet. I just showed you my
Well.
shoes. I get everybody doesn't dig having shoes on. We take our shoes off in our condo. I grew up in a Japanese home, though. Oh, where it's a given. Jess, you do your thing in your own home. Sorry, Omnicat.
Oh no, here's the thing. Jess, I'm not telling
Marianne.
you. No, I'm not telling you to like take your shoes off in your house. I'm not saying you need to be doing that. I'm just saying I'm baffled by this behavior.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't you out of comfortability? Okay, forget about the bacteria and stuff.
You okay?
Just being comfortable. Because like, I
I-
want my shoes off immediately. I'm like, forget this, you know?
Yeah, I understand that. Every girl, woman that I've ever known has always taken their shoes off as soon as they walk in the house.
Oh, that's what I
dates-
immediately.
That dates back to high school with my high school girlfriend and her best friend. They were talking and they were like, "Oh yeah, as soon as I walk in the house, the first thing I do is get those shoes off my feet." And I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay." And I kept wearing my shoes.
Yeah, so out of a comfort relatability, that's the more baffling part to me. Then I'm like, yeah, they're gross, but like I'm confused because
My shoes
Not
are very
comfortable.
comfortable. I like my
I mean,
shoes.
I'm happy for you then.
I thought this topic would die. Farhan, what's wrong with you? God.
Well, I look forward to coming to visit you and keeping my shoes on then.
You can do whatever you want. I would not question if you took them on or took them off. I mean, if it's a comfortability thing, you can wear them or take them off. It's fine with me. Yeah, I wash my shoes.
He doesn't, obviously.
Yeah, no, I'm not unlacing my shoes every time I come into the house. Okay,
hold on. You have laces. That's
Yeah.
another thing. Can't understand that. Because I refuse.
Well, I 100% agree, but I don't have any other choice. The most comfortable shoe for my feet, which I have plantar fasciitis in both my feet. I have a couple of bones fused in one of my feet. That was surgery, I think, in 2017. And there are I have arthritis in there. So walking around barefoot is actually painful. Walking around in socks is kind of painful for me.
Well, if you can't find a nice, comfy house shoe to help your foot issues, then I understand this a whole lot more. Like, if that's helping. But it sounds like this is just something you've done all your life before all that.
Yeah.
So,
no, I never gave it a second thought until Tuesday. When the entire world was against me. Every viewer was like, what are you doing, you savage beast? Especially William Lee. He's like way off the reservation on his judgment. No, I'm not doing that. No. Yeah, damn it.
okay, I'll go to a book. How about that?
Well, I'm fine if you want to take your shoes off, Dream Eater. I really. What? It's a shoey? Australians are crazy. That's for sure. Okay, let's try and get this back to some type of sanity. I know I've lost control here.
I read Red-Handed, The Fine Art of Strange Crimes by Matt Kint.
That's a Matt Kint book, right?
It is, which I believe I say every time. I've been very back and forth about Matt Kint stuff that I've read. But I have to say, I really enjoyed this one.
Ah, good.
Yes, it is truly about little strange... What does it say? The Fine Art of Strange Crimes. Yeah. So there are strange crimes that kind of a lot of them connect. You follow this detective that has solved a lot of these crimes.
Oh.
And I feel like I can't say much more than that, but the crimes are all interesting and different. This one lady steals road signs and other signs throughout the city to create her book. And she got away with it for a really long time and would put these signs on a wall and then take photos. And that's how she was putting together this book.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. So they're weird, interesting, strange crimes that are happening like that.
And he's
throughout the whole thing.
7 foot tall guy or something, right? Isn't he a giant guy?
The detective?
Oh, no. I'm sorry. That's the new Matt Kint book.
Okay. I was like, what? No, but the detective who solves these cases, you get to experience his thoughts throughout every little short thing. And it was really fun and I really liked it. And I'm happy to hear that because I do have, like I said, I have this great sketch in here and I didn't want to have to get rid of this book because I didn't like it, but it's okay because I like it.
What was that at Heroes Con you got that?
No, this was actually on his website. It may still be there. So
okay.
He was doing sketch signed versions.
He
could still do that. I haven't looked, but
he's doing it for his latest book. I saw.
Okay. Yeah, so I think you would like this, Jess.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm. I liked. I think I read Super Spy and I liked it. There's another one I can't think of. I generally like his books a lot.
Well, I've read the offbeat weird ones, The Tooth was very strange, which I told you about.
I remember you didn't care for that one.
Yeah, and I was like, this isn't great. And then there's some other random weird one that nobody really not nobody, but like, or it's not one of his more popular works for a reason. So I'm just dipping into like, and I really like Department H. So I've just had a hit or miss situation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this was my kind of first go into his crime stuff. I've read some of Super Spy, and I need to finish it because I really like that too. So yeah, I like his crime stuff for sure.
Cycle's agreeing with you. Oh, 3 Story. Yeah. That's the one I haven't read.
I need to read that too. I haven't.
Only did Revolver for Vertigo. I feel like I have Revolver, but Lars, yes, that's right. I got Cycle Cleveland a special mind management pamphlet. That's why Cycle's such a loyal viewer, because
Nice.
I got him a signed mind management pamphlet. No, I am not. No, stop. This is like manga now. I'm
Just go to your next book.
freaking out. I think we already talked about this last week. Young Avengers. That I loved it, but I also felt like I needed more backstory to really, really love it. So I enjoyed all of it. But I want to know more about Wiccan and young Kid Loki, Prodigy. I knew Hawkeye, Marvel Boy, Miss America. I knew her. I didn't know anything about Wiccan and Hulkling. I didn't know where their romance came from and who Wiccan really is. So I am going to read Loki, Journey into Mystery by Kieran Gillen, and I'm also going to read the 2 books that come before this, Young Avengers and then Avengers, the Children's Crusade. And then I'm going to reread this to get the full Young Avengers experience, because I thought this was really good. But I think I would really love it knowing more.
Nice.
This has Kate Bishop's first appearance, right? See, I don't even know that. Young Avengers was too short. Is this Kate Bishop's first appearance? Hawkeye, not the Hawkeye, puts the super in hero. I already knew about this is a cool panel. A cool page, rather. I like it when they do stuff like this.
I like that too. I really like that run.
With Kid Loki. Yeah. So I really, really want to read more backstory so I can really understand and dig this.
Yeah, I also need to go back to the other omnibus. So
the one that comes before this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the 2 hardcovers that I'm not giving up for the Omni because they are signed and sketched. Kate Bishop's first appearance is in the other omnibus. Okay.
Maybe we should read that together sometime.
Okay. That's fine. I'm going to read Journey into Mystery first, I think. Or do I read... Wait, what's the order that I read things in?
It's good for me to know, too, because I also have that Kid Loki book. Oh,
okay, good. I was curious if you're going to finish Young Avengers because of the material before it. Yeah, I'm waiting. I think only Speed and Wiccan as Guardians have a long and convoluted history. Okay. Kate appearance, Freak Sheet, Kate. Big Young Avengers first, then Kid Loki, then small Young Avengers.
Thanks, Hayden.
Okay, so that's Young Avengers and Children's Crusade for me, but it's already been omnied, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we read that, then Kid Loki, then this. Okay. I like to do that. No, I don't think Matt Fraction invented Kate Bishop. Not the same thing. Yeah, we have. We always go for 3 hours.
Typically. Let me get to my last book here,
Okay.
which was my absolute favorite read of the 5. I loved it so much. In fact, I'm calling it now. It's April. I anticipate this being on my top 10 of the year
Ooh.
by the end of the year. I think it's going to stay on there.
Oh, this is great.
And that's The Abominable Charles
Oh,
Christopher.
fun. This one had the fun art.
I loved it so much. Yes, the art was absolutely gorgeous. Also, the cover with him and his fox friend there. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. So the art's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If you all haven't read this, one, it's a webcomic, so you can read it for free online. But you can also pick up these paperbacks for about $15 each. There are 3 of them currently out. There will be a 4th. I think the 4th is the end of it. And wow, when I say this art was just gorgeous, the characters are wonderful. It is about this abominable looking guy, Charles Christopher, of course, and he doesn't speak, but all of the other animals in the woods do. And they have their own like side stories you get to see. Like some of them are just incredibly entertaining. Like these birds, there's a dad bird and a mom bird and their kids, and the dad's like, gotta go out and get the grub for the day. And like there's just like these really funny, quirky dynamics between everyone that are wonderful. There's like a group of wolves who kind of act as a police force in the woods, and there's like a detective among them, and they all have their own like quirky things. And Charles Christopher himself has so much heart and is so expressive that he doesn't talk, he doesn't communicate. Well, he communicates in his own way, but not through words like every other animal. But you still understand like everything he's feeling, everything he's going through, because of the way he's depicted, because of the beautiful art and the way it's written. And it is just a true blast and a true joy. And there is an underlying like mystery and greater, potentially maybe something supernatural happening throughout them as well, which I won't ruin. I do think if you're at all vaguely interested, again, it's a webcomic. You can go try some out, read some, and if you really enjoy it, maybe you should buy the paperbacks.
And what's the name of it again?
The Abominable Charles Christopher.
Right.
This is book 1, book 2 here.
Oh, you already got the other books. I was just gonna ask.
I had the 3. I've read 2, and I intend to read this 3rd one as well. But and I'm going to get the last one as well. I think there's only gonna be 4, but just beautiful. This is the same artist who did Isola. I don't know if you read that. Yeah,
it was good.
Beautiful art. Yeah. So same person there, and these were so good. I think everyone should read them.
You guys are in a marathon.
Yeah.
Like you will there are moments you may cry a little, but it's so good. It's worth it. Worth the journey.
Awesome. And where did you get those?
I got these on Kickstarter.
Oh.
But you can get them from his web shop. So if you go to, I think it's just, I thought it said somewhere. I think it's just Abominable. Hold on. I'm going to tell you wrong. Let me look it up. If you go to his name, just Google Abominable Charles Christopher. That's probably the easiest. And he has a web store, so you can read it all, or you can go to the web store.
And Rahul is asking, the panels are arranged differently in the webcomic?
I haven't read the webcomic, so
okay.
I don't really know. I assume they had to kind of arrange it differently to print, but
yeah. Do you read Bubbles magazine? Isn't that a Powerpuff Girl?
That was, I think so. Yeah. Reed has some issues of Bubbles, but I haven't actually read any of them. But Reed enjoys Bubbles a lot.
Oh, James with the link. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, James.
carlkerschel.com/abominable/. So did you enjoy the second book as much as the first book?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
They were both 5 out of 5 easy.
Wow.
Yeah. Just incredible. Truly love them.
Great.
Mm-hmm. I think you would love them too.
Okay. This is a good time for me to just remind people. Organic Price Books, my code Omnidog for $2 off. and the big savings, 5% off shipping, 3 or more books together. Omnidog ship it together. And Hayden just had a really good suggestion. If you want more after Young Avengers, Wiccan and Hulkling arc continues in Al Ewing's New Avengers. Well, Al Ewing is a writer that I would buy anything from. Death's Head by Teenie Howard, Strike Force by Teenie, hated those books. Empire, Marvel Voices Pride, then Ewing's Guardians. I didn't like Strike Force. I also didn't get rid of it because I thought maybe I need to read it again. It's one of those books that has Strike Force is a team and the characters are really interesting. But I'm wondering if maybe I didn't enjoy it because I didn't know about the characters that much. So it didn't do it for me, but I also didn't chuck it. So yeah, of course. What else what do you mean? It always goes. We're
Just
never
has a book
stopping.
left.
I don't think so.
Really?
I think Young Avengers was
Oh, did you start it? Okay, sorry.
it. Yeah, I started
That
with
makes
Dark
sense.
Ages.
Cool.
I actually ended up I ended up liking the Songs for the Dead and really liking Young Avengers, but then I loved everything else.
Wonderful.
Empire isn't the greatest, but it's a key moment for the characters because of their wedding. This is Wiccan and Hulkling. Yeah, I need to read. I need to read the backstory so I can understand more. James, stop. Okay, wait. I want to write down what Al Ewing's writing. New Avengers, Ewing. New Avengers. Ewing's Guardians. Okay. Okay. Actually, I don't hate Teenie Howard's writing just yet. I'm willing to give it more of a chance. I know Barr doesn't like Teenie's Harley Quinn, but I haven't read that yet. I don't have an opinion on Teenie Howard yet. I like her name, Teenie. That's a cool name. I'm Teenie. I wonder what her full name is. What if that's her full name?
Could be.
Yeah, what's behind that? Teenie. I wonder what her full name is. Teenie Howard is very hit or miss for me, but all the hits are pretty soft hits as well, if that makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense. I know what you're saying. Not a huge fan of her Excalibur run. Okay. There's one volume complete collection for Ewing's Guardians out next month. Yeah, this was the obvious joke, but I didn't make it. Okay. Well, I hate to end the chat with Hayden just showing up. So why don't we give like a 10-minute warning?
Sure.
And now it can be ask us anything. Although I feel like that's all the chat always ever is. Empire's based on the long ongoing yawn. Ewing's Guardians is so much fun. Is I See You on Netflix good? That's a question for the chat or anybody that knows. I haven't, gosh, all we've been watching is Ghosts on BBC, and we haven't watched that for like a week.
We've fallen back into our Bones rewatch. Well, it's my rewatch. It's Reed's first time.
Oh, that was
So,
I never got into it, but the episodes I watched were pretty cool. I can see myself getting into that show.
It's so fun. I mean, if you like a good, crime, murder, mystery solving
With
in a
like
unique way.
really cool technology.
Yeah,
that
and
they use,
quirky
right?
characters. Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah. Jess, we heard you're taking over the Very Fine Conditions AMA when he's in Japan. Is that so? That's what Tyler Blunt and I are lobbying for. We want to do that. Just if you want a good horror book, check out Dark Ride. That sounds familiar.
James, I'm writing it down because I
Yeah,
want
I am
one.
too.
Dark Ride. Okay.
Dark Ride. I might be getting it confused with Dark Room and Dark Ark. Where are you on the Bones rewatch?
We just got to season 6, which is exactly halfway because there are 12 seasons.
12.
Yeah. It's good. You could just dip in and out of it too, because there are like arcs that like kind of come back and go, but it is just kind of like a mystery of the week situation as well.
Is this true? I would so love it if Tyler and I could do that. That would be awesome. Is Taken 3 good? I haven't seen any of those. I want to see the first one. That's happening this week, Rising. I promise. I'm doing my All-Star Superman overview, and I'm going to make a video because I only have one doctor's appointment this week. Usually,
All-Star Superman. That's a book that.
Shut up. Grumble. Here's a good question.
Sentient.
Yeah, and I will say Sarah and Sentient are tied for me to be our favorite.
And I haven't read Sarah yet, so.
Yeah, Sentient is awesome. I need a dumb action or horror movie I don't necessarily need to pay close attention to. Yes, 100% true, but he didn't say anything about Tyler. Okay, if he wants me to take it over, we don't need to include Tyler then. Okay, sure. Now that's probably an April Fool's joke, since I'm the gullible Omnidog. If you've seen one Taken, you've seen them all. Elon is suggesting Don't Knock twice. Yeah, but now I think it's a April Fool's joke. Everything's an April Fool's joke now. I am not even trusting my wife. Okay. I have not read The Marquis by Guy Davis. Is that something you recommend, Lars? Wrestling, quite excited for wrestling. Wrestling and comics seems to really mix. Lots of comics fans are wrestling fans.
There is that crossover.
Well, I'm always sober. I know that. Yeah, there are your edibles. I will be going up. I will be going up 11 miles of mountain at over 8% gradient, so I might be near blacking out by the end. Is this on your bike in your house? Bodies, bodies, bodies. Yes, I'm going to try and do it this week because I reread it and I loved it again. Keeping us updated on his edibles. Do you have the Lano miniseries? I think I did, and I can't find it. And I'm sure it's super out of print, so I'm kind of bummed out. If you're talking about Delano from 100 Bullets, if that's misspelled, if it's Lohno, then I don't know anything about it. Here's a question for you. I bet you are.
Am I excited for the Scott Pilgrim anime? Absolutely. I'm stoked they got most of the voice actors back for that. That's gonna be awesome.
Didn't they get all of them? It looked like.
I think. Well, I feel like there may be someone missing, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, most of them, at least, not if not all of them.
That's really boss.
Super cool.
Yeah, I will watch that since I read those are books that I read and enjoyed. I wasn't going to reread them, so I let Taylor Talks Comics have them, but I dug it enough that I know what's going on. Future trade recommendations. Just pick it up. The Ambassadors by Mark Miller. Is that the one with Frank Quitely illustrating it? That's good to know that it was so good. Okay, yeah, from 100 Bullets. I need to get that. No, Jess, I promise you that Omar said something about you hosting AMA in his absence. I'm not joking, but he could have been joking. I think you're telling the truth, but I think Omar might have been joking. That's pretty much my thoughts too on Spawn. I just have not been able to get into it. Even I read the first 10 or 12 issues and I was like, okay. Could you two pull one book from your shelves, nothing too long, and I'll read them? You'll read them, Milan?
Does it count that I already had this pulled? Can we do this? Enjoy this one?
Let's see. That's a 3. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yep, this one. Maybe this one.
Okay.
Just keep pulling them. You can pick, Elon.
I'll pick this one. Yeah, it's not too long and it's awesome. It's one of my books of the year. It's Boss. Okay. You must be in way good shape, dude. What cover are you getting for the Ghost Spider Omni? That is a great question. Let me go to comic releases for a second and see if I can pull that up. Actually, we're doing that. Comic releases. Let me see. Collected editions, Marvel. When's that coming out? Ghost Spider, Planet of the Apes. Come on. That's ridiculous. Spider-Gwen. Doink. Okay, who's going to have both covers here? That only shows the classic cover, which sounds good to me. What? Oop. There's always so many thingies. Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider. Oh, wait a sec. No, that's just the epic. Oh, that's the epic. Okay, sorry. Spider-Man. Spider-Woman. Ooh, good. Dennis Hopeless. The hell is this thing coming out? X-23 Omnibus. Are you getting that, Kristen?
Yes.
I might upgrade too. Black Cat.
I feel like I need it.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, same here. Spider-Gwen. Okay. Let's see. What's this look like? Okay.
Are you going to show us?
Yeah. Let me see. Okay, wait. Let me get them both up. And then the DM. Ooh. Okay. This is from Organic Price Books. And this, okay, wait. I have to do something technical, so you know it's going to go badly for me. Video, Adobe Express. No, oh no, oh, window. Okay, wait. Okay, why is only one showing? Okay. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, there's the DM cover with her being
Okay.
Gwenum. Okay, and let me okay, go back. There's the
Okay.
other one. That looks like Into the Spider-Verse kind of.
Yeah.
Which one do you like?
I think I want the DM.
I think I do too.
Mm-hmm.
Good question. Who asked that good question? Was that Hayden?
That was Hayden, I believe. Yes.
Good question, my friend. Yeah, we're both getting the Gwenum one. That's a really good one. Maddie, Amanda, and you as guest hosts. All together or separately? Because I think that would be kind of crowded if it was all three of us. It's the same stream that started with him saying he's good at lying. Okay, well, I'll see if he comes to me with it. Omar mentioned Omnidog, TikTok Tina, and other friends taking over the live stream for those 2 weeks. I know TikTok Tina.
Tina's cool.
Yeah, she is. Oh, here's Mega Shrimpser. Hey, what's up? Absolutes you're looking forward to. Well, I know Kristen's looking forward to Absolute All-Star Superman.
Forever. What was that?
I'm not repeating it.
I think I know what it was. That's pretty messed up, man.
Oh, take it easy.
That was messed up.
Oh, messed up. Messed up was toying with my emotions.
I didn't call you names.
You
I
ripped
didn't
my
call
heart
you
out.
names. But I didn't call you names.
Oh, you
I would
ripped
never.
my heart out. Come on.
Shh.
What should I read on Marvel Unlimited? Black Cat.
Squirrel Girl.
Captain Marvel by Kelly Thompson. Wait. Oh, I took those recommendations upstairs. Apparently, the new Punisher is supposed to be awesome. And the new Moon Knight by Jed McKay is supposed to be awesome. So there are your answers, John. The Marquis is a fantastic horror story set in alternative 1800 century France. Beautifully illustrated by Guy Davis in glorious black and white. And I will apologize if you're upset about my joke. Cough. Kristen.
Oh, now you are.
Yeah, I'm apologizing if it
Okay.
upset you. You know it was a joke.
Well, and I apologize if I upset you earlier.
You didn't.
Okay.
I haven't. I've been concentrating on Black Cat and actually Absolute All-Star Superman. So it is at the top of my pile. Oh, also, I think Max for Marvel Unlimited, Max has been saying, oh no, not Max. I think it was Freddie. Somebody was saying that the Death of Doctor Strange books are really good. That might have been Max. That might have been Freddie. I can't remember. Okay. Here you go.
Next to your Harley Omnis, well, Omni, you had a solo book think they are DC. What are they about? I think Jess can actually talk more about this because I haven't read it yet.
It's really good. It's all separate DC stories. That's they don't have to do all with Batman. That's just a cool Batman illustration on the cover. They actually told the artists and writers, do whatever you want with the characters. It's like 10 stories or so, maybe 12.
I think
somewhere in
12.
there.
It says
12?
on the back. Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. And they get to do, it's basically the artists and writers doing whatever they want with the characters. It's really good. It's an anthology.
Is this guy in it?
Maybe.
Wow. Yeah, I really like that concept just because it's like clearly something that doesn't happen a lot, or at least didn't at this time, certainly, right?
Yeah, it's
Which I think's cool.
surprising. But they
Mhm.
because editorial took its hands off and said, do what you want. And the stories are all really good. I'm unsure that it's in print still, but if it is, it's worth getting.
I don't think it is. Last I heard,
Oh, okay.
unless something's changed.
Frank Quietly is basically an insta buy for me. This is about the new Mark Miller book, Frank Quietly, and he knocked it out of the park. Each issue is going to be a different artist. Oh, 6-issue miniseries. I'm not doing the YouTube, whatever that Patreon thing that he has. I'm not taking that over. That's so much time. It's not OnlyFans, it's his Patreon, where he spends like 20 minutes each week with 100 people or something talking about stuff. Well, I wear slippers in the morning. Is that okay? They don't go outside.
That's good.
I have not. I'll wait till it's collected and.
I read the first few issues and not a fan.
Oh, okay. I haven't read anything. How do you feel about first printing of Omnibus? Does it matter? Like X-Men Volume 1? Well, yeah, that first, I kind of am sorry I sold it because I had the Fantastic Four first printing when they first came out. And that dude was way chonky with really thick paper. And now the new one's like this. Go ahead, screen cap this. Yeah, it does matter, I think. I regret selling that one. The earlier editions all had that thicker paper. And the thinner paper, I can't do anything about it, so I don't get upset about it. It's just whatever. But if you can get your hands on earlier editions for a reasonable price, X-Men Volume 1, I don't recommend to anybody. It is the first Thor is unreadable. It's super boring, and X-Men is a close second as to being boring. Like the first couple issues, you're going, oh, cool, mutant teenagers. And then you're like, whoa, keep me awake somehow. And no, it's not. I wouldn't recommend that book. Thank you. Oh, you're making me choose? I have Kristen's superpower today with Harley books.
I've read Harleen. I've not read the other.
What did you think about Harleen?
I liked it.
Oh gosh, I love them both so much. I think I picked this one. That's only one can live. That's a good way to put it. These aren't in any particular order. Oh yeah, what is Harley Quinn BL?
Black Label.
Black Label. I thought you meant Harleen. Harley Quinn Black Label. Oh, you mean the Birds of Prey book? What are we talking about? No. Ghost Spider Carnage cover. Oh, okay. I'm a little bit behind. Were DC through the 80s end of eras released in soft cover. It's marked as such on Amazon, but it has the same ISBN as the hardcover. Is it a mistake on Amazon's part? I am not I'm so sorry, Mega. I'm not familiar with that book. DC through the 80s end of eras. That actually sounds interesting to me. I'll research it and try and find out because that actually sounds kind of interesting to me. DC through the 80s. I'll find all the Superman stories and send them to Kristen, where she will throw them in the garbage.
How fun.
You're getting of course, Carnage Eyes, Venomized Gwen. You're right. It's volume 2. There's 3 covers to choose from.
Oh yeah, maybe that was volume 2 you pulled up. I didn't even notice.
What
Did it say
what
volume
was
2?
Volume 2
The ones you pulled up.
of Harley?
No, the Ghost Spider.
Oh. Okay, wait. Let me go back to comic releases. Oh, you're right. There's a Robinson cover. Okay, let me share that. That's a nice cover. Okay. This is the other cover.
That's cool.
Yeah. Everybody seems to be wanting the Venomized Gwen. Yeah, that's a pretty hot cover. I think if you want that one, you should probably hop on it because if Kristen and I are both saying the Venomized cover and everybody in the chat is saying Venomized cover, that's the one that's going to sell out first. And you just saw Savage Avengers sell out, which I've been telling you was going to happen. So pay attention. Peace and love. You better hop on that Venomized Gwen if you really want it. See, right there. Already read that trilogy. Was that the Tea Society you held up?
The Tea Dragon Society? Yeah, I believe so.
Dragon
And
Society?
Giant Days.
And Giant Days.
Okay, you're killing it. Have you read Sheets? Just keep throwing the ones out that I always throw at people.
Sheets, delegates. I don't have this book, so this is a question to the chat then. Yeah, I need to get keeping too. Happy Saturday to Matthew. Good to know Omar checked with all the people he expects to cover for him while he's raiding weird vending machines in Japan. I think you can buy clothes in vending machines there.
It's pretty cool.
What? Oh, this is a good question. Daniel with the good questions. What are some of your most overhyped books you've ever read?
I feel like if I say mine, the chat's going to go up in flames.
Good. Do
With
it.
a hot take.
Wait a sec. Ding, 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 ding. We got a hot take here.
Mr. Miracle.
Oh, interesting.
And Hick Vengers. Oof.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely didn't like that.
It's not even that I didn't like Mr. Miracle. I just had problems with it. But I really didn't like Hick Vengers.
Overhyped. Was Civil War overhyped? Did Civil War get a lot of hype?
Yeah.
Yeah,
At least during that time, certainly.
Yeah. I'm sort of lukewarm on Civil War. Whoop. Okay, wait. The Harley Black labels are Harleen, Birds of Prey, Criminal Sanity, White Knight Presents. Hayden, fount of info on all things Harley. And I'm not even kidding. He's the one that sends me the news. I'm sorry, they are the one that sends me the news whenever it happens. Harleen is my fave Harley Quinn-centric story. I should have known the name. LOL. Is that... This stream is so great. It sucks that I'm in such a different time zone. What time is it where you are, Rahul? Where are you from? I love knowing that. This is an opinion. Harleen is better than Joker, Harley, Criminal Sanity, but I love both. I've gone away, cooked, chatted to my housemate at length about being a policeman, and you're still going.
Yep.
Watching the live stream while I'm stuck being sober at wine tasting with people I don't know. Oh, Jake, I noticed that you sent me a text, but I wasn't able to answer it because I gave a 15-minute warning half an hour ago, and we're still going. I will text you as soon as I get off the air. That is rough. I wouldn't even do that. So
very awkward.
Yeah, I will definitely be there for you in just a sec. So many minutes. Wait, Jess, yes. Okay, Harleen. Uncanny X-Men Volume 1 was the most difficult book to finish for me. I know. Oh, you're on your bike. Okay, good. Okay. Although I love Giant Days, will you be... Oh, go ahead. This is for you.
Will you be upgrading to the library edition coming out later this year? So I actually have the not on the test editions, and the library editions are the same exact size as these. They just have different covers. So I'm continuing these. I backed the Kickstarter to complete my set, and that's what I'm going to be getting. So I'm excited.
Okay, the Doctor Strange one. That was me. Thanks for half crediting me, Mr. Shoes Indoors. Okay, I knew it was somebody that had good taste in books that I look to for recommendations. Mr. Shoes Indoors. Why? What am I doing with my life here? Energizer. Harley said some good luck in the black layer. Did you read Savage Dragon by Eric Larson? What did you think of it if you did? I have not read it.
Nope, and I won't.
Statement. At least Spider-Gwen has a chance to be reprinted at some point in the future, unlike Savage Avengers. Maybe. I still wouldn't want to wait 5 years for my favorite cover. Yeah, okay. I'll stand behind that statement. Sure. And talking to Axel, sorry. Supernova takes. Civil War and House of M sucks. I was okay with Annihilation, and with the second book, Annihilation Becomes Real, or whatever it was called. I think it was Road to War of Kings, which was the third book that broke me. I can't remember. Annihilation was okay. It was the third book that's a good Saz Murphy. You're almost right. It was whatever the third book was. Didn't like Civil War at all. Speaking of Harley news, have you picked up volume 3 of her current series yet? Indeed I have. It's in my stack of shame here.
I mean, you pick up everything, so we cannot be surprised by this.
I pick up everything Harley.
Yeah, but also.
Yeah, I have no answer for that. You're right. I like Mr. Miracle by Tom King, but I can see why some may not be big fans of it.
I gave it a 3 out of 5.
Waiting for that White Knight Presents to get a deluxe version. I think that's the one written by Sean Murphy's wife. That was a good book with Harley in it. If that's the book you're talking about, that's the one she wrote. India, Mumbai, India, 2 a.m. Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, Hayden kind of is stealing your Harley shine. Are you planning to read? I think it's Monkey Prince, fun new character. Okay, I'll give it a shot. I actually have a subscription to DC Unlimited or whatever it is. That'd be a good place for me to read it. Okay, seriously, it's almost going to be freaking 5 o'clock.
You did say 10 minutes ago about like 40 minutes ago. So.
I know. But then questions kept coming in. I was able to power through Jack Kirby's Fourth World. Oh, yeah.
Please read Cheats.
Cheats
Yes.
is awesome. Annihilation Conquest. Thank you, Mr. Tex. Hot take. I don't think I ignored that. I think I highlighted that. If not, everybody's so sensitive, and yet they love to come at me about my dirty shoes. I just pre-ordered the Venomized Ghost Spider variant from OPB, Organic Price Books, my sponsor. Did you use my code? Snorting nostril flames or whatever that emoji is? Okay, I think we're going to have to call it here. No, we're calling it here, Cycle. I have to go out and walk in the world, the filthy world, and come back into my house just to do it. My Harley knowledge is nothing compared to my Scarlet Witch and her kids' knowledge. Okay, good. So, actually, I would love to do that. This is my favorite thing in the world to do. It puts me in such a good mood. Kristen, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me here on YouTube at the Comic Slayer channel. We just posted a video of 5 books that we think more people need to read. 5 graphic novels. Don't worry, they're not prose. 5 graphic novels. More people need to read. Some of our favorites in there. My husband Reed and I did that video, so check that out if you want more books that you may not have heard of that you need to be reading. As well as every Thursday, I do a live show on my channel with Mary M, and that's a good time, where we just talk about what we've read in the past week.
And sometimes Jessica's there.
Yeah, Jessica's popped up.
Yeah,
she's awesome.
Yeah. And you, all the links for Kristen's various adventures are in the description here, including Reed's Book Envy store. Did I say that right?
Store Envy store. Yeah.
Store Envy. Okay. That's it. There's links in the description for that. You can find me here, Omnidog's Vault, and I have to get going on Instagram. I have so many pictures, and I just never get going on it. So I suck at Instagram.
I forget about it too. Yeah.
It's so hard. Oh, look at this. You're killing me.
I mean, it would have saved her money too.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yes, Omnidogs_vault on Instagram. And peace and love, peace and love. Thank you all for sticking with us this whole time. This has been fun. I love it. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. And peace and love, peace and love. Organic Price Books, book Envy, everything. Cool. And hit the like button. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Feel free to comment. I love reading comments and responding to them. And now I will use our theme song to play us out.
Still one
Rock
more.
and roll! Omnidog! Hey, Omnicat!
Now here's the Omnidog and Omnicat show. It's the place if you'd like to know more about the books that they've read. Kristen likes Lumberjanes and Steven just likes to grow Jimmy Olsen.